down at the screen. I just looked down. I'm sorry. Hey, how you doing? This is Vinny and the two jokesters from the Rideshare Garage. We got Mr. Brandon in the house, and we got Steve, Steve. You got to do that again, bro. You got to do it again. Give it to us. Not only is he the Sultan of the Midnight Storm when you're trying to go to sleep, or you got your honey with you with that voice, that Luther Vandross voice. He's
So we
also
got the mic.
dancing, dancing, dancing. He's a dancing machine.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
knew you were watching while we were starting up the stream. I had to mess with it.
bro, I know because I saw you jump in right at the last second. I was telling Brandon, I know Eddie's out, right? He's got no power tonight. He's got no
Oh,
electricity. He is, and he already runs the house pretty cool. He's always with the blanket on, saving money or whatnot.
It's time for
Um,
him to buy a generator.
maybe,
he needs
maybe.
to buy at least the battery pack. You can keep your phones running. That's an important tool to have, and what I'm going to be using over in Arizona. Battery
In
pack.
Arizona.
Mm.
Oh, gotta have it. And then
Yeah,
Kiara's out with her
I've been
birthday.
scattering, grabbing a whole bunch of things for this trip. So
Well, and like I said, with Kiara out tonight, she's going out for her birthday. So I gotta say it. I gotta do it, Kiara. Same thing I do for. Matter of fact, I had two riders last night, husband and wife, both their birthdays within the same week. They're down here on vacation for their birthday weekends. So join me if you would, Steven, sir. Are you ready? Are you warmed up?
I
Me, me, me,
I,
me,
I
me, me,
don't
me, 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 me.
I
No,
don't yeah, I don't
you don't.
celebrate birthdays.
You know what I'm saying? You don't celebrate birthday.
Nope.
Come on, you got to be kidding me, dude. Birthday, you got to celebrate birthdays, man. It's
Never
another
celebrated
blessing,
mine.
another
Yeah,
year.
I don't celebrate birthdays.
All right. Well, when was your date of existence?
August 26th.
No way, you're a Virgo. All right.
Oh,
Okay. Well, don't worry. I don't. I'm not. Okay. So happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kiara. Happy birthday to you. Now that's the last time y'all gonna hear me do that unless you get in the car and you're paying me to say it. All right. Um, we got to celebrate Unbroken's driver's birthday on live stream. Well, we know it's August 26th now, so we just got to remember that then. Brandon, what's going on with you, buddy? I see you over there enjoying that Uber Eats freshly hot delivered Little Caesars $3.99 with a discount code pizza. What the hell? Hey, don't be showing pizza boxes, bro. You might get Andrew Tated. You better be careful with that. Don't be showing the pizza
dang.
box.
I think
That's rough life right there.
Chicago's going through a slight resurgence, and it's
Resurgence in.
it's people haven't stopped giving up drinking. It's that people are going back to the office and they don't want to walk in the freezing cold. So I've been able to get black reds in the morning again, which is nice.
Oh boy.
I've been able
Brand-
to. I've been able instead of working 12 to 16 hours a day like I have been the past few days. I've only been working 6 to 8 hours a day.
oh wow.
Big difference.
Yeah.
Congrats, Randy. He did all his tax forms.
Yeah, but did you see the second part of that? He might have
Let's
to pay
see.
4,000 this year.
E
What?
didn't set that money to the side.
I'm trying to
Wasn't
figure out
watching his
how an
number.
Uber or Lyft driver owes $4,000 a year in taxes.
I mean, well, you make enough money.
But he's out there. He's out there by you though, right? Randy's out
Hmm.
in Cali, right? So I don't know how
Yeah.
your tax structure is here. I have
Oh,
never
yeah.
owed. I have never owed a nickel of tax
I have,
to
but we have
because of
income tax.
yeah. You guys got all that extra tax out there. We don't have that. Man, that's messed up, bro. That's
Mhm.
messed up. All right, let's get the highs out the way. Mommy and Lulu, how you doing?
Yo,
Hey,
mommy and Lulu.
now she's a newer driver, bro. Her strategy is completely different than most. She takes
Okay.
very, very, very short rides and she
Yeah.
rips them. She is definitely a quantity over quality type of driver, And so, hey, maybe she'll let us know how she's doing. The connector in the house. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Driving
Canuck.
to New Mex is in the house. How we doing, my friend? The driven mom is here.
Ooh,
Man, I wanted to,
driving to wealth. I like that name. Driven
bro.
mom. Yo.
Driving to Wealth's been he's been hanging with us, coming in off Jeff's and Eddie's channels for like a month
Yeah.
now. We appreciate him.
Nice
Driven
name.
mom, Lisa. Lisa, I hope everybody's safe and sound up there. I didn't get a chance to check y'all's live stream out today. I had a sketty Lux trip I had to do at that time. But I wanted to reach out to you and Tony because I wanted to get you guys on the show. I think you guys
Actually,
are
Tony said something really interesting in the live. The I'm sorry, which the one that Sergio's on?
rideshare guys.
No, I mean the what is it called? The Mad Money, Mad Money.
Oh, not
Um,
Mad Money. We don't Jim Kramer here. Show me
not
the
Mad
money.
Money. Show me the money. My bad. Show me the money. But yeah, he said that the rental that you can get on Express Ride could be also added to Uber. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and I don't know if I commented it, but I definitely like to see or hear an explanation on how exactly you get that going. That would be a good video.
Yeah, I mean, if he's willing to share that information,
Um, I'm just
that'd be
gonna
I mean, he
um
said it in the live, so
I'm gonna throw a timeout on there, and I know
well,
how he
finish
does
eating your
it.
food first. We don't want to hear the.
I'm sorry. This is like I'm serious about this. Like I know what he's
so everybody
doing,
finish the stuff.
and I know what he's doing, and I don't think we should be recommending that until we confirm what he's doing exactly. Because if he's doing what I'm doing, it's not legit.
All right. Well,
Well,
we'll like I said, we'll let Tony talk about that because I don't know anything about it. I don't rent a
yeah,
vehicle, so obviously I'm not going to know a lot about it. Omar has joined
Randy
us.
Lee.
Omar has joined us. He's got his hand to
What's
his
good,
mouth.
Omar?
I'm glad he doesn't have any of that Jets crap on today. You know, I'm not gonna disrespect Omar by wearing any Dolphins gear. I don't have any Dolphins gear on. Okay.
Listen, I got the AFC East roundtable right here. I'm listening to them in the background, so they're talking crap
They're a
about
bunch
Brady
of
and everything today. So
they're a bunch of
and
banana heads. All of them
and
sitting on the sidelines watching the
talk
big game,
and
like
and
the rest
talking
of
about
us.
how the Dolphins are never gonna win one, and Josh Allen's a bum, and he's never gonna win one. But the Jets, watch out for the Jets.
Okay, we're going back to rideshare here before I put his ass on timeout. All right. Only took 8 minutes to get the first curse word out tonight. Um,
Florida
Randy,
Drone.
yeah, where is Florida? Oh, where's my guy at, man? Oh, there he is.
Yeah, we got Randy Lee. What's good, Randy Lee?
Hey, Florida Drone Media. God, I can't
And
remember
Florida
his name.
Drone.
Sorry, dude. But that guy is a hustler, bro. He's a hustler. Okay. So Randy Lee, did you guys make a lot today? I can only speak for myself. I had the one ride, $80. I posted up in the video that I cut loose on YouTube about an hour and a half ago. But it was the one ride, and then I was busy with other things. Uh, how's your day been, Steven and then Brandon?
I've got my 8 hours over at. I'm still actually sitting here at the job. And check with my friend and see if he needs a ride because he didn't bring his car today. And then let's see. So I got 8 hours in there. As far as driving, I haven't been doing any this week. I think I've decided because I'm gonna leave Friday. I'm gonna probably leave Friday in the morning. I'm gonna leave everything to working the full week, going from Saturday into Sunday, and then maybe come back on Monday. So I'm not working rideshare until I go over and do the waste management and everything in the week in between into the
So
Super Bowl.
that's waste management is this weekend, and then Super
Right,
Bowl is next weekend. Is that it?
right.
Well, we have down here, we have the NHL All-Star Weekend,
Mm.
and they are loaded for bear. I've already dealt with a couple of little short rides back and forth because there's a couple of hotels right by the arena. But it's the higher ups. They're gunning for bear. They're building out on the beach. Rumor has it, I have not confirmed. Do not hold me to this, but there is possibly going to be an ice rink on the Fort Lauderdale Strip. I don't know how true that is. Omar's shaking his head yes. That'll be interesting to see saltwater freeze, and because What are we at, Omar, right now? Today got up to like 84 degrees. Beautiful day, man. God awful
What
gorgeous day.
weather's great down here.
All right.
It's
Blaze.
it's
Oh,
a nice and warm 24 degrees up here in Chicago.
Hey, Blaze.
we got
Blaze says Brandon's always eating something. So, Brandon, how was your day, man? You making some money to afford those pizza boxes and Andrew Tate commercials, or what?
Man, I'm killing it this week.
Blaze D Sosa.
Monday, Tuesday, I'm right now. I'm sitting at $900 for the week.
Good. You got me doubled up. All
I
right.
made
All right.
450 yesterday, and I'm at like 250 for today right now. And then you know, after the show, I'm gonna probably do a few more rides and probably hopefully finish out today at 300. And it's things are changing here. I'm having to work less hours now and make the same money. Not quite summertime money, but definitely better than the money I was making in January. Because
That's good to
January,
hear,
man,
bro.
I was working 12 to 16 hours a day. It was it
You were
was it
grinding.
was there's yeah it fucking sucked. Like I'm sorry I'm sorry I cursed, but it did, and it
Oh,
just
this guy. This guy. This guy.
to
This guy.
finally have the
I love
ability
him though.
to
I love him.
breathe a few more hours a day. Like today, yesterday and today, I didn't do. I canceled all my airport reservation rides, and I didn't try to fish for any at all today. I didn't. In fact, I didn't wake up until 6:30 this morning, when I normally wake up at 3 to try to get airport rides. I didn't even do that today. So
You're
it's
figuring
it's
out a better
it's
way to do it, man. That's like Eddie, bro.
yeah.
Did you guys see Eddie's video from last week, driving in style? Did you see his video from last week? Did 1800 last week, right? And he didn't. There were like 3 days there where he didn't get out the house till we were done trading in the morning. Like, you know how he's always getting up 3, 4 in the morning, banging out rides, trying to chase the early airport rides. There's 3 days last week he didn't do it, and he cracked 1800. So working smarter rather than harder, and you figure out as everything moves around, and Uber and Lyft changes, Uber Eats, DoorDash, they make their changes. We got to change with them and try to get there. So, Omar, have you did any driving this week, or you just been hitting the markets hard?
I drove on Monday a little bit, in the morning, because like what Brandon's saying, I'm having to kind of maybe modify my hours a little bit. I mostly drive overnight, as you guys know, and it's gotten there are these pockets of time throughout the day, not just at nighttime, but throughout the day where Vinny, you know how dead it is. I mean, just dead.
Oh yeah,
And at
oh yeah,
nighttime, it seems like people get to where they need to get to by like 1 o'clock, and then it's just dead from like 1 to 3, sometimes from 12 to 3. And so I go home and I'll just do rides from home because I can sometimes get some decent rides in my area, and then I just kind of hang out till airport time. And so I did a handful of airport rides on Monday. Actually, opening up my app right now, I got a tip on that premiere ride that I had. I had Vinny. It's just weird. You get these weird surges in the morning. It was $16. I forget where. I was just driving, kind of like back towards my house. I was like, oh, $16
mm,
right here. I'm gonna just go grab this $16. And
right,
so I did a premiere ride for like $36. So that's plus the 16. And it's from like the diplomat to Fort
right.
Lauderdale. So
Diplomat to
now,
Hezbollah, 8 miles.
yeah. Yeah, so now I got a tip here. I ended up being 42.50 for what, 8 miles, I think?
Yeah, about eight
Not even
miles.
7 miles. No, yeah, 8.4 right here is what it's telling me.
Yeah,
8.4. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, so that worked out good. So I did. But I mostly been hitting the market. Today I had a really good day.
yeah, yeah. I saw that. Okay, so mommy and Lulu, I'm sorry, sweetie, she's out in Cali, but she
Oh
only
yeah,
drives 3 hours a day.
shout out to
Let's see.
her. I saw the chat. That $20 tip. Nice. Way to
Nice,
go.
that $20 tip. Woo!
Um, okay, I missed it.
Archie
Okay,
Johnson, we got Sweet.
the commuter branch line, dude. His name is Paul. His buddies call him Patty. Paul is joining us from Ireland.
Vinny,
comes on every.
Vinny,
Yeah,
send Driven Dad a link to the Discord.
I can. I don't have an email. So if you look at the message under his, you'll see where I said send him an email.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Patty comes all the way. He connects every morning with us from Ireland, so we enjoy that guy. Made TEDx my money watching. All right. Let's see, what do we got here? I want to hear about the rental. It could save my life. Well, we're gonna get Tony on here. He's willing to come on. Archie's evening. I got a $20 tip today. Whoops. So a $27 ride for 1.7 miles. Listen, you can't beat that.
Nope. That's working smarter, not harder, right there. When you can get
Amen.
those, you can
Amen.
get that stuff
And
right there, man.
hey, and she sticks to her game plan. She ain't trying to hear from nobody. She's got her strategy is working for her. So Julio is in the house tonight. He has joined us again. I believe right now Julio's still Contino. He's still down in Brazil, making his way back to LA. All right, Miss Linda, Deacon Lift Linda, also known as Kadia. If you know Medea, you got to go see Kadia. Her videos are awesome. Hello, guys. Not doing well, seeking another part-time job, but we'll always have good days and bad days. Amen, Miss Linda. I hear you. It's getting tougher and tougher, but just hang in there. Just hang in there. You know, God's got you. And I ain't afraid to say God on YouTube. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Canceled.
All right. Richie,
Reported.
Richie from Miami Beach. That's all right. God's got me. Trust me on this one. All right. Greetings from my Richie. Richie, go to work, Richie. About time you go to work, Richie.
And you know he's gonna get lost without his GPS.
What's going on, gentlemen? Feels like Chicago moved to Texas, still managed to get a few bucks. So that's what we were talking about before we started the show. And you know, Brandon here with the I can't help it, bro. I'm gonna crack my jokes if y'all don't like them. You know, it's twice a week in the janitor closet.
I'm eating too. Okay.
Look at it, Steven. Look at this guy.
Yeah, I don't got to worry about anyone else but me. That's the perk of being
Whatever the
single.
hell, yeah, but whatever the hell Omar's eating is bigger than him. What the hell? Did y'all see that? I know I ain't the only one who saw him.
Yeah.
Look, Omar's face is this big, and whatever that was not that big. Talk about a size king.
The
over
magic,
there.
the magic of camera.
Yeah, no, that's the size king. Yeah, no, I know Omar. Trust me, it's bigger than him standing up. Trust me. Okay. Yeah, Melvin. So Brandon and I were talking about that because Eddie's all jacked up. He's frozen out. He's got no electricity and no internet right now. So, dude, I hope you guys are staying warm. You guys are right along that belt of that ice storm. That's all I can say. Archie. Greetings. I did 6,800 in 3 weeks in January, 5 days a week, and took off 10 days. Start back tomorrow.
Nice.
My brother Archie. All I can say is that's banging. That's banging. If you're only working 5 days a week, so what's that? 20. What is that there, Steve? My math's a little rough. About 22.50 a week, average, somewhere
Yeah.
around in there, right?
22,
Somewhere
yeah.
around in there.
Yeah.
22 and only working 5 days. And I'm looking at your profile picture. Is that a Bitcoin logo on the back of that SUV?
Oh,
I'm
so
just
let me see
curious.
this.
Yeah, guys, see, I notice everything, bro. All right, Tony. Yeah. Hey, listen, Tony, hit me at vinnycuz@gmail.com and I'll check my email and I'll get you LinkedIn, bro. Absolutely. Absolutely. I've been trying to get Tony and or Lisa. I just haven't had time to sit down and you're gonna have a better payout, Linda.
I mean,
For you.
I'm really curious as to. I really hope he gets on it like right now and talks about it because I'm really curious about how he's doing it. I know that both Uber and Lyft use Hertz for the rentals, so I imagine there's some sort of connection there. But I just can't figure out the piece of how he's doing. I know how I'm doing it, but you know, that's something that I can't talk about because it's not legit.
Well, we don't know that until we hear what Tony has to say.
Yeah.
So, you know, we'll get him. We're gonna get him in here. I just like I said, I've got my email open. So if Tony hears me, VinnyCuz at Gmail, we'll get you squared away. Okay, we get back to this. This is something for you, Stephen. I was looking for a car. Julio's been looking every week, man. He's always here. I love the guy. He's asking questions. He was looking for an Uber Black, but it turns out the car needs to be in a business name in order to be Uber
Yes.
Black. So can you talk about that for a minute?
Yeah. Unfortunately, people get into situations where they either get a black car that doesn't qualify, or they haven't looked over all the rules and requirements depending on where they live to determine whether or not the vehicle will be able to qualify for Uber Black. But at least in Los Angeles, in California, in order to have a vehicle for Uber Black, it either has to be paid off entirely, or it has to be under a business loan so that you have control of the registration. Because then you can choose vehicles registered, and you don't have the vehicle registered personally. You have to have it underneath an LLC, or some kind of corporation. And then once
Yeah,
you have it under the business, then you insure the vehicle commercially. So it's not just having commercial insurance. You have to have a business the vehicle belongs to, or at least is registered to, and then also have the commercial
And
insurance.
to add into that real quick, that's not the same requirement for everywhere. My
Hmm.
requirements differ from his.
right.
So make sure you do your due diligence, and if you city does have Uber Black, you can always look up requirements for your city to do livery rides. There's different. It's different in every state, but there should be a city resource that'll tell you all the requirements you need to do to get your livery, whether it's livery plate, your TMP number, or whatever it is. It's pretty much all the same thing, just a different way of doing it.
Well,
Absolutely,
and then
absolutely.
you're in your area, you have to have a chauffeur's license, right?
Yeah, chauffeur's license,
Okay.
commercial insurance, and
That's the
uh,
same down
and
here.
then also proof that I don't owe the city of Chicago any money.
Oh,
Okay.
taxes.
And on our side, you don't need to have either of those, but you have to have the vehicle underneath the business. You have to have commercial insurance, um, and then uh, you have to take your vehicle, get it weighed, to go and have the
Wade?
driver.
Wait, wait,
What's
wait,
that?
wait. Wade? They got to weigh your
Weighed.
vehicle? Is that how
Yes.
they
In
tax
order
your vehicle out there
in
by
order
weight?
to register. What? Sorry.
Is that how they tax your vehicle out there by weight?
I'm not sure if it's for the tax purposes, but in order to register for your vehicle for business use, the registration process requires that the vehicle be weighed, that the driver be drug tested, and signed up for regular drug testing at random times. Um,
Mhm.
I forget what. So you have to be drug tested, and Kush went over this a little bit when he made his video.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll link that, because
because
he
you know
talked,
what?
at least for Los Angeles, these are the requirements. So you have to agree to be tested, and you get tested your first time. The vehicle gets weighed. You also have to pull records from the DMV. You have to get a pull notice for your vehicle so that it shows that the vehicle is registered to your business and everything. And
Well, there's a
once you
lot of
have
that.
all those forms and everything together, you get the PUC, which is the commission that's over managing commercial vehicles. They will give you your identification number that clears you for commercial use with your vehicle, which is the TCP number, and
Right.
then you
Boy,
put that on the back of the vehicle.
that's a lot of hoops to jump
It's a
through.
lot, yes, yes. It's
Yeah.
not just grabbing a
You know what?
black vehicle.
At that point, yeah, but at that point, you really got to consider putting one vehicle online in that capacity as
So
a private
so
and
as a
and there's
private.
many drivers that do that.
Hold on, Brandon.
Yes.
Hold on, Brandon. I would think that you would want to go in with at least 3 or 4 because you got to go through all that paperwork. You might as well go through it where it's more than just one vehicle.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
so the people that I've dealt with and talked to, some of them want to own more than one vehicle. Some of them, they're happy with just having one vehicle. At
Mhm.
least this is me walking through the black lot over at LAX. Some of them, they own their own business. They set it up because they were able to get information from other drivers, which I believe Kush did the same thing. They already had connections that could explain the entire process for them and where to get a cheaper vehicle that would qualify. And then they tell them all the steps that they have to do. Kush did it all within a couple of weeks, so it's a lot of stuff. But
Well,
if
he
you
had
if
to.
you know if you know what each step is, it actually doesn't take as long as it seems. You can easily get most of it done in 2 weeks. The hard part is waiting for the PUC to finish processing your paperwork. That's the part that takes the longest.
Okay, but if you don't have a requirement for a chauffeur's license,
Right.
that can all be circumvented if they just lease the vehicle from somebody else.
Yes. No, well, it can. So the person that owns the business would still have to be tested.
Yeah,
But
no, I'm saying
so, for
as the
example,
driver itself, if you don't want to go through all that shit, all you got to do is just get a lease,
lease a
and then you
vehicle,
can
but
start driving immediately.
you're giving away 600, 700. I've heard there's people that charge 850 in order to lease the vehicle from them.
It's the same rates up here. They charge
Yeah.
up here
But it's
up here they charge $300 to $400
50 a
for a
week
sedan,
instead of
and
owning your
then
own. Yeah.
and then for an Escalade they charge as much as $800, but it's brand new Escalades, and every 2 years they get a brand new Escalade from the business, so they don't have to incur any of that expenses of buying a new vehicle every 2 years.
I think I'd rather own, at least personally for me, I'd rather own my own vehicle and take on that risk of all that payment, knowing that once I'm done paying for the vehicle, all that's left is dealing with the insurance. Um, and you continue to use that vehicle until I'm ready to add another vehicle into my fleet, which is the plan that I have. So I want to get this Tesla under Uber Black, and then I'll add in other vehicles like either a QX80. I think my thing is starting to disconnect, but either a QX80 or a Cadillac Escalade.
All right. I'm trying to catch up with the comments, y'all, while they're discussing everything, and so I want everybody to know that we are paying attention, but the messages are coming hot and heavy here. Lisa, yeah, I got my email open, so I'll wait for the email. Don't listen. I know you guys are up there in that snow, so don't get crazy with it over there. South Florida
Rich,
Vinny Cash was 800. That is a Bitcoin on my prior. See, I knew I saw the Bitcoin symbol. I ain't crazy. I knew what I saw. All right.
You need to get
What
yourself
else
an
we got on?
XRP symbol, not a Bitcoin symbol.
Hey, cut that out, bro. The IRS will be all over our ass. The IRS and Elizabeth Warren. They'll
Not
be knocking on
financial
our
advice,
doors,
just
bro.
symbol advice.
Richard,
That's all you're gonna
commercial
hear.
insurance is very expensive if you're brand new to the game.
Oh
See,
yeah.
for
Oh yeah.
me to get my own commercial insurance, because I never had it before, the cheapest I could find it was $1,000 down, $800 a month. But all
Yeah.
these big boy livery companies, they're only having to pay $100 to $200 a month because they got like 50 to 100 vehicles in their fleet, and they've been in business for a while. So I
You got to start
100%
somewhere.
agree with you, Richard.
All right. Hey, I wanna go ahead and give a shout out to Ms. Linda. Darling, we love you. We thank you. It's not necessary. We know you're listen, you being here is more than enough. I tell that to everybody.
Yes, it
We ain't
is.
here for the money, trust me. We're here because we want to help and we feel like a community, and that's what we're trying to build here. But we thank you anyway, my
We
dear.
thank you.
All right. It just didn't work. Too risky. People out here can barely drive in the rain. Yeah, well, Omar and I go through that all the time down here.
What
All the
area is he driving?
Blaze, I am not sure, but
Mm.
here we go. Here we go. Oh, it's not on yet. It's not on yet. It's not on
Push
yet.
the blue button.
I actually like Blaze myself. I like driving in the rain. I understand, and I've seen cars spun around on the freeway. Like every time it rains, I'm driving down the highway and I see somebody hit up against the divider with their car. So I understand there's people that have no idea what they're doing driving
It's the
in the
same
rain, and
way
they
here in
they
the
see a
snow,
few
man.
drops.
Same way here in the
Oh.
snow. Like every time I go on the highway when it's snowing, I always see someone hitting a snowplow because they're trying to do 80 and they're like, oh, I'm gonna brake in front of this guy, and then he crashed into the snowplow.
Well, I'll say this about us in South Florida: it's the elevation too. We're below
Hey,
sea
Lisa.
level in a lot of places, and so sometimes you're driving into places where you literally can't pass. Even in an SUV, it might not be safe to. Another thing too, Fort Lauderdale Beach sometimes during king tide will flood over. Miami Beach, same thing. That's salt water underneath your car, so that's a really that could be a bad thing. So that's one of the challenges. One of the many
Oh,
challenges that we have down here.
like when it flooded last year, and all these people with their luxury cars inside of
Mm-hmm.
garages that were below a basement level.
Mm-hmm.
They had
Mm-hmm.
their entire collection destroyed.
Yeah.
Seeing videos on YouTube with like $700,000 McLarens just flooded completely with water. It was like fuck
Oh,
those
good night,
guys.
Linda.
Good night, Miss Linda. All right.
Thank you for the support. Appreciate you.
Welcome to the liberal city of. Oh, I'm gonna get that out of there, but we ain't wrong.
I mean, I was thinking the same thing when Steve was going through
Sure.
all those regulations. I was like, really? And this is so
That is
anti.
what
This
it
is
is.
so anti-business, so anti-small business.
well,
Oh,
yeah.
they wonder why a bunch of businesses are moving to other states, especially in the crypto
Yeah,
space,
maybe.
Wyoming and Texas.
But then you see these commercials for California. Oh, we should come to California, live this and live that, all this other BS. I'm like,
Driven mom, I agree. F's in the chat.
All right. Now, okay, Tony. Tony, I got your email. It was in my spam
Problem
folder.
because there's many ants. Consider upgrading your vehicle.
All right.
I mean, there's a lot of people that are driving on these higher tiers, and we have select here, which is super annoying. I actually got a call today from Uber saying we just wanna have a review or whatever. I was like, okay. So, well, yeah. Are there any concerns that you have with Uber? It's like, yeah, I'm not getting paid enough. Like, makes no sense. I'm not getting 50%, at least 50%. Let's see.
don't let
It's
them
probably
call
'cause
me.
there's
I get
many.
deactivated.
Yeah, they're like, oh, there's nothing wrong. We just wanted to see if you have any concerns with Uber. I'm like, okay.
There's
All right,
nothing
Tony.
wrong. How much time do you have?
Yeah, exactly.
Tony, check your email, brother. All right, where we at? How far down are we?
No
Are we still
sleep
on mine?
till Brooklyn. Commute branch
Oh
line.
no, I'm way past that. Okay. Do
Oh,
they
okay.
pay? Do they pay for the car maintenance? Now, I'm wondering if Lisa's talking about if
Leasing a
you rent
vehicle, yes.
You're talking about leasing. Actually did some damage to the vehicle, which I paid for myself. But like all the maintenance and stuff, they're responsible for. This guy actually was pretty new. This was his first year starting his business that was working with me, and in fact, he wanted to give me his car again. But at that point, I already had got the Tesla. But he was charging me 650, and it switched to 600 for a little while. But yeah, he needed to drive. He needed to make money. I guess things started getting tight, and he needed to drive himself. But he ended up getting another job, and so he wanted to let me lease his vehicle again, or if I knew anybody that would want to lease his vehicle. But things are getting tight. People don't have that extra, $600, $700, $800 to throw at a rental or a lease.
All right, all right. I'm gonna get through a couple more comments. Tony, welcome to the channel, brother. There's that beard, bro. I'm telling you, that beard. I
Wow.
got one
Are you the
bro.
dense beard of Justin?
Bro. I just want to know:
Man,
have you gotten a beard
channel.
contract yet? Have you gotten a beard contract yet?
No, I'm actually channeled.
Huh? You broke up a little bit there.
I'm
I just want to know if you're getting a beard contract. Are they going to sponsor your channel with the beard, bro?
starting a beard.
Is the beard insured?
channel, so- is it insured?
Do you have life insurance for the beard?
Can you guys hear me okay?
Hey,
You're breaking up
a
pretty
little
bad,
bit,
man.
but we'll
Okay,
figure it out.
Let me try.
All right. Go ahead. We did well in the rain a couple of days ago. Was wondering you guys' opinion and advice about driving on rainy days. So, Omar, I'll let you go first with this. I doubt Chicago sees much rain. I know they get snow. And we know Steve, bro. I do have a question about you California people in a minute at the end of
Yeah,
this segment. I do
yeah,
have a question for you California
yeah,
people.
yeah. I'm
Omar,
curious too, Benny. So
Omar, do you drive in the rain?
I try to avoid it. And when it's really bad or we have hurricane-like conditions and they don't shut off the app, I typically won't go out. But that could be an opportunity for some big surging. But like what was said before, I used to also drive as a for I had a daytime job where I drove, and the accidents and the things that I saw on a day-to-day basis just made me think, you know what? Tomorrow the sun's gonna come up and it's a new day, and I'll just drive tomorrow. So when you're driving in the rain, if you sometimes it happens, you can't avoid it. Uh, Slow down. I like to avoid 95. I'll actually go a little bit. Again, I work overnight, so it's different. There's not that much traffic on, let's say, Federal Highway or 441. And I'm speaking in terms of where I'm at. These are two north and south roads that parallel with
Seamless.
95. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
you gotta
parallel with 95. So sometimes it could be better to just stay a little bit local. You see that yellow light, you're not going for it. You just, you just also make sure your tires are in good shape. People always ask me about tires and brakes. Your
man,
brakes don't
no,
stop
man.
you. Your tires are what stops you. Your tires are connected
Yes,
to the ground, and it's
preach.
the friction between the tires and the ground and the wet ground that stop you. So make sure your tires are in good shape if you know rainy season is coming your way.
So when it was time to get new tires on the XT6, I went for the highest rated rain tire I could find. Right, and I've got these, and I got to tell you, they might be the best tires I've ever ridden on, and just in general, great tires. I'll drive in the rain as long as it's not a hurricane out there. I have no problem driving in the rain. I consider myself a pretty patient driver. A little bit of Omar, a little bit of Richie Trump. I'm in between these two guys. So one's a little too careful, one's a little too reckless. I'm right in the middle there. All right,
Can you
Tony, we can
hear
hear
me
you
better
now.
now?
Can you hear us?
I had
Yeah,
to
there you
go
go.
select the AirPod.
Okay. So, I guess got a couple more here. We're getting through a lot of these things here. So go ahead, Stephen, go ahead and
Yes.
restate restate what you were talking about, and then let Tony come in with what he was referring to.
Uh, rec-
Yeah, were you? Oh, now you're going to be breaking up. What the hell is it with you get Tesla
Because
guys?
they're on the road and they have shitty signal.
Oh, there he is. He's gone. Oh my god. So Tony, I guess you heard
Uh,
what he was talking about. That somehow you were able to use the Lyft Express rental for both Uber and Lyft. Was that a correct statement
Yeah.
that
So
he was referring to?
so what I I think what I was talking about in show, because somebody that you couldn't
Isn't it great when
go.
you hit the wrong button?
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on, Stephen. 'Cause
So
Tony's already
go ahead,
into it. So let
Steven.
Tony get with it.
No, go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I
Okay.
just
So going back over what the requirements?
No, we were talking about
no for
that you had brought up.
about
Yeah, that you had brought up on Sergio's and
Oh
Chris,
yeah, yeah. I had saw
the show me the
in the
vehicle.
chat. I had saw in the chat. As I was watching the replay, you would explain that you could use the vehicle from Express to use it on both Uber and Lyft, or
all
maybe
right.
I misunderstood.
If if your mind does, it's called Flex Drive. Um, that's the company they're using in my market. Using they're using Express Drive or Flex,
Right.
and they get insurance card, and you can opt to 50 personal miles, all the miles, and the personal miles are what you can allot the other platforms. So they give
Ah,
you the name,
Okay.
but this Tesla through Uber, I'm not renting it through Lyft. I'm renting driver, and
And I am so interested in that. Like, I am so interested.
You're
in
like every other word you're saying is breaking up. So I really hope that you're able to go more in depth of what you're doing in Discord, because you're like every other word is like is
So what
blank.
he said was it's a flex drive. So when you go and you rent the car, they'll allot you 50 miles for personal use.
or however many
And
you
what
pay
he's
for.
done,
Right.
right? And so what
Yeah,
he's doing is
I
allowing
get
that to the
that,
other app.
but in order to put the vehicle, so the because
All right, Archie.
from my rental experience, when you do it through Uber, they put the vehicle on the platform for you on your account.
Right.
And then I imagine Lyft is doing the same thing. So how we're
No.
so you're saying you're saying that they give you access to the vehicle registration and vehicle insurance, and then the inspection, because that's what you need to put the vehicle on the other platform.
Right. Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
Okay. So then
That's awesome.
it's not that it's a direct thing, but there's a workaround, is what you're saying.
So that's with Lyft. Hear me okay?
Yeah.
You're
No,
still breaking up pretty
you're
bad.
still breaking up just a little bit, dude. But I mean, I'm trying to make it out.
Okay.
I'm listening.
Let me rejoin.
Okay.
I'm gonna exit
Yeah.
and join.
All right. No problem, brother.
He's just in a bad area. Like rejoining is not going to fix it.
Well, you never know, Brandon.
What do you mean? I don't know. Did you forget that I was a cellular engineer before I did rideshare full time?
I know you were, bro. I know you were.
Please.
He's like, don't make me pull out my credential
I
card.
will get
That's it.
so triggered on you.
Oh no, not the trigger!
No.
Don't make me send my boys over there. FBI, open up! Damn it! Damn it!
My ex a while back called the police on me a few times, so I have experience with the police knocking on my door.
Buddy, I don't even want to. At this point, I don't even want to have any more discussions about any of that. And when this stream is over, I'm removing that button from the soundboard. We are not going there tonight. Okay, we're not going to have that. No, because if anybody tries to come through my door, I'm going with the age-old shoot first, ask questions later. You shouldn't have tried to come through my damn door. I don't care who you say you are, and that's real. Anyway,
That sounds like a flaggy word.
uh,
I don't think you should be using that one either.
Not, hey, bro, I don't hide nothing, dude. I keep it honest. You guys sound great. Must be, yeah. It's Signal. It's always going to be about Signal. You know, they're. If you guys don't know the Driven Dad and the Driven Mom, they do something, and I can't lie. I want to emulate it a little bit. I hope they don't get mad at me. Um, so if you watch their channel, they do a lot of live streams where they're both out on the road. They set goals and they compete against each other. I think Lisa's driving a Model 3 and Tony's got the Model Y, and they're doing their thing, you know. And
I
I just
enjoyed
think
driving
it's
the Model 3
awesome.
when I did have it.
Yeah, I just think it's awesome that they can, you know, they have these little competitions amongst each other, and they're actually live streaming. So if somebody's new to the game, you can't get any better experience than watching those two do it. You know
Okay,
what I'm
see,
saying?
Driven Mom just proved it. He's not
Yeah.
renting through Lyft Express Rental. He's renting privately.
Yes, his Tesla. I know that. It's
Yeah.
called to test. It's test driven, test driving, something like that. And I really want to go over that with Tony. I just gotta make the goddamn time, and he's got to have the time. I kind of hinted at it. The program that he's in and the people that he's dealing with, bro. If that's something that can take off, it could be a game changer for a lot of drivers. It really can.
Okay,
But I
so it's
need to
different,
have.
something completely separate.
Yeah, it's something completely separate.
Okay.
So I think I think it's great. Melvin says, we don't want to hear the blank, blank, blank. You got that part right. Oh, by the way, I'm going to be a little politically correct here for a minute. Since pronouns are a thing, and this is not political, I will no longer call them police officers. From now on, they are all law enforcement officers.
Oh,
Because
Up, get that share ride.
so there's that. Okay. What else we got going on there? Julio, how's the market and rates now? I've heard it's getting better. What do we got there? $38
for 29 minutes.
15 miles? Oh, 38 for 20. That's right. You're a time guy.
Whoa.
Well, that's the time guy. That's a good ride.
sounds
No, it is.
pretty good to me. Yeah.
It's backwards, so I have to like look at it backwards.
Okay, here
Yeah,
we
it's
go.
Uber X, man. It's nuts.
Look at this. Look at the name and look at the comment. Look at the name and the comment.
Mr.
It's
OCD.
awesome.
Why are Tony and Steven audio so blotchy? They have.
But OCD, you get the OCD. I love it. That's awesome. That's funny. That's because they're out working on the streets. They're riding the streets.
Yeah,
They're-
and then when you're using a phone, the phone's doing a whole bunch of things. So
They're not
data-
driving. They're actually working the streets.
He is. You know what? Cut it out. With that beard, I'm sure Lisa's got something to worry about with that beard. He is getting free charging through the express rental, which is what I think he was trying to talk about. Yep. Okay.
Hey, Steven,
Let's see.
if you're working the streets, I think that Brandon was giving you a compliment. He was saying that you could pull it off. You know.
All right. So
Yeah.
Paul in Ireland
Multitask.
says, Vinny, you're coming in strength 5x5 in Ireland. I guess that's good. You're right about Driven Mom and Dad. They live stream and educate every day. And they have, I didn't know that, bro.
Wow.
Lisa, Tony, you guys got 5 kids?
Damn.
Wow.
I know Lisa
Wow.
does some homeschooling and stuff. You got 5?
Yeah. Can you hear me now better this time?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
All
There's an
right.
improvement.
The Android is it's my work phone, but I stream from my iPhone on the StreamYard. So
Okay.
Do you
Okay.
use the same? Are you using the same carrier, or is it a different
Yes.
carrier?
yeah, it's the same carrier. I have like a discount from when I had Walmart when I was a manager there. So like it's just
How old's your Android phone? Because it seems like it probably has a crappy cellular antenna.
no the this phone seems like it has a crappy cell antenna.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm able to hear you much better now on your other phone rather than your previous phone. But if it's the same carrier, it should have the same signal.
Oh well, this is a Z Fold, so it should have a good. And the other one's the iPhone 12 Pro. So it's probably just this phone is superior to that phone.
So
That's why it's the work.
earlier today, because I was out on the road while Eddie was trading, I went on my Android. I got the S22 Ultra, and then I've got
Okay.
the God bless it, it's sold the Apple iPhone 12 Pro, which I swear it's going to go flying out the window. That'll be my best YouTube short ever. Is I am going to literally have my phone like this, and I am going to open up that big ass sunroof I got, and that iPhone's going to go flying. It's going to go flying.
Like Apple stock tomorrow after earnings.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that. No, I said that when I replaced the iPhone, I was going to give it to Ron. Maybe he'll show back up. If I mention her name, I bet you Ron shows up in the chat. We all know this.
Vinny, you remember
Anyway.
why I switched to an iPhone, right?
No, I have no idea. I don't remember.
Hey, commuter.
Because the apps released their updates earlier on.
Oh,
Apple.
that's right. That's right. Yeah, well, to me, it's not worth it. I still hate the hell out of that damn.
I have
All
the
right,
iPhone, so
Tony.
I can control the children.
We didn't have that.
See,
My 4 are grown now,
control.
but we didn't. Oh God bless.
Yeah.
I
So basically, just to clear it up, the Tesla I have is not rented through Uber or Lyft. So what I was talking about
Okay. Yeah.
was on the Express Drive in Denver. They go through a company. It's called Flex Drive, and they don't use Hertz out here. So with Flex Drive, they give you the insurance, commercial insurance in your name, and you get 50 personal miles. So, and that's the lowest tier. And the highest tier, you get like 500 personal miles. So to me, it's not worth it because they increase the rate a lot in order to get those 500 miles. But I rent this Tesla through a company called Test Driver here in Colorado. And he also has the commercial insurance in my name, and he gives me access to the registration, and also he does an annual inspection on the vehicle with Lyft. So, because out here Lyft doesn't charge for the inspections.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, all right. So, Brandon, do you have any questions? Do you understand what Tony's talking about now?
Yeah, I get it. There's other companies. There's a few companies out here that let you rent from a third party, but none of them here have Teslas.
Yeah,
They're all either Toyota Priuses, Toyota Camrys, or they're all just Toyotas. A
yeah.
Sienna,
So
Prius, a Camry. So it's not worth it for me.
yeah, the guy I rent from, so he is wanting to expand into other cities. So basically, on my channel, my welcome video explains his whole deal, I guess. And I'm gonna interview him on my channel, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, maybe a month or so. But it doesn't cost you anything to get on his wait list to get approved by his insurance. And the more people that are on a wait list in a city, the easier it's going to be for him to get established to open up in another city. He wants to have at least 2,000 cars, is what he told me when I first started doing this. And then he's got an awesome program because, like, right now I have 5 drivers that I've referred, and so I get $125 per week off of my rate now, and
Right.
it's up to a free Tesla, I guess. So
Well, if he's interested in trying to branch out in any way, shape, or form, I'd be interested, and I would definitely put in the work to help him. If I don't know if we, when or where or how, but
yeah,
through you, if that, I'm game.
Yeah, I mean, if he's willing to go to Chicago and get some navigators or Escalades with the livery plates on them, I'll
This
definitely have a
guy,
chat with him.
this guy,
No, I'm being serious. Like
this guy.
as soon as I get my chauffeur's license, like even before I finish getting the delivery plates on my Porsche, I'm gonna try to find someone as fast as possible to get a Navigator or Escalade from and rent for them for a few weeks. I don't care if it's $700, $800, $900. That's what I'm gonna do.
yeah.
Right.
Out there in Chicago, you can clean up though. Like that's not a
Yeah.
good deal in Denver. Maybe during concert season it is, but outside of that, that's going to be a tough bill.
And
Brandon,
LA is
Jay,
super saturated with the drivers,
Jay
so I'm
says
not sure how
Brandon
it is.
switched to Apple because of the power of para. So I had to get that in on that Apple plan.
Yeah,
Um,
I try to advocate for the app because it works for me, and if people don't want to use it, that's on them. That's
Beyond Nines has said, I'm interested in the test driver. My friend said it's around 2K a month with Hertz with charging and insurance. How much would it be with test driver?
Yeah,
Um,
so his prices start at like 378 with tax included and insurance, but not charging. So charging is based on when you charge here in Denver, at least. If you're using the superchargers,
That's
there's
the same
different
way here.
rates for different times of days, and they're by the kilowatt hour. I know some cities do it by the minute or something, but
right.
here in Denver, it's like as low as 18 cents. Well, yeah, 18 cents a kilowatt hour. I don't know.
Hmm.
So I'd say if you time it right, you can plan on about $20 of charging a day. If you're using the superchargers, if you charge at home or you find free charging, because there's like an app called ChargePoint you can use to find some free fast charging. If you get like the adapter, the CCS adapter, um, you can find some free charging that's not going to take 4 hours to 6 hours to charge your car. But if you have a apartment that you live at and you do like a split
Josh,
shift,
you
where
see
you
this guy
do like
dancing, right? Tony, you see this guy
morning
dancing?
time you drive and then evening time you drive and you charge in between, you can do that.
This guy's got a charger built into his garage below his feet.
Nice.
So
Yeah, that's the way to
gets
do it.
charging for free. He gets charging for free.
Yeah, and
This guy always eating pizza, always tipping the Uber Eats driver, always giving me the finger, right? Always flipping around, showing his view, right? Here we go. Here it goes. All right. Okay. All right. Looks like a damn freight dock to me, man. Where the damn Amazon
This is the top level of a parking garage.
is it? Oh, I was going to say it looks like a dang ice rink out there, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Ice
this
rink
the
or
the
is it
the
kind of a
the,
track?
the snow plow went through there yesterday.
I wanted to
All right.
mention that we have no snow going on right now. So
Well, they
it
said
was,
when this storm was getting ready to hit, right? This cold front, it had said
uh-huh,
there wasn't going to be a lot of snow. But if you were along the edge of the front, like
uh-huh.
through Texas up through like Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, yada yada, it was going to be a lot of ice because of the cold and the heat clashing the way it was clashing.
Yeah.
I read about the storm. I feel bad for Eddie. I know
Yeah, I saw that.
all praises to Ja is out there in Austin. He says he's got power. I saw his comment earlier. So yeah, I haven't heard from Eddie. I hope he's okay. I hope Jeff's doing good too. I think Jeff's out working tonight. He's been getting that work in, bro. He's been
Yeah.
getting that work in. So, but we miss Jeff. And like I said earlier, Kiara's birthday's tomorrow. I'm not singing it again. We already sang it. Uh, so I got a question for Tony. Tony,
Yeah, go ahead.
how did you and Lisa come up with the idea of live streaming so much while you're actually out working? It's like you guys have made it a game. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so basically I needed watch hours for my monetization,
Right.
and with the amount of hours I work, it's really hard to keep up with editing videos and doing ride along videos and stuff like that. Because I know that even though it's like the same thing over and over, that's what gets the views.
Right. Right.
um,
Right. Right.
and so, as an alternative, when I do live streams, I get about 10 on average. I'm like simultaneous 10, but sometimes I get up to 20 people in there. And
Right.
while I was driving before Lisa started driving with me at the same time in separate vehicles, she would help me out with the stream from home, and she would read the comments out for me so I didn't have to try to read stuff while I was driving. And then it just went from there. And then we decided, if we're going to have two Teslas, let's try to make it so we can work through the weekend and be off through the week. We can homeschool our kids.
Right.
And obviously December, we're bulking up on income so we can pay for Christmas. And then January, you got to be really flexible if you want to make any sort of money on the hours that you do. But after this month, hopefully President's Day weekend and later, we'll be able to be back to the regular routine of Friday, Saturday, Sunday, $500 each day for
Right.
each person. So $3,000 a weekend, and then
That's
homeschool the
damn
kids
good
during the
money,
week.
bro. Yeah, that's damn
Yeah.
good money, bro. I mean, I like it. I talked with Eddie about it. But now that you explain the reasoning behind it, we need to get Steven on this track. We need to get Steven when he's out driving just to go ahead and flip it on and live stream while he's driving. But yeah, you got 50 subs. You're over 50 subs now, right, Steve?
I am tried to use the mobile mobile stream.
Really?
Oh, so you gotta just accept their agreement or whatever and get your two authentication thing, and then
I
it will take
did all that before I even tried
yeah,
to get subscribers.
it'll take a few days to a week or so, and once they approve you, then you'll be able to mobile live stream, because Lisa had the same problem.
Yeah. Oh wow.
But you may need
I'm sorry, you guys probably won't get this, but there's somebody in front of me, and I can't even flip the camera. Somebody in front of me that has, if anybody's a fan of anime piece, they have all this entire Strat crew on their license plate bracket. It's pretty impressive. Anyway, yeah.
My kids would be impressed with
See,
that.
I talk about that in my live stream, and people would
There he goes. And we've lost him.
I heard the Lyft bonus. Mr.
Yeah, did you hear that,
Brandon.
right? Somebody hit
Yeah.
a
Oh,
zone.
I
Who
heard
hit
it.
the zone? Who's in the zone? There he is.
So
You know what?
I'm always in the zone, baby. Always.
Oh my God. All right. Let's see the mindset of GMV. How much do you
so
rent a car for a week? I don't
my
rent.
my rental cost in this Model Y is $438 after taxes and insurance, and then minus the 125 for me. And he does not do the 7-seater into Y. He does have a few Model X's that have the 7 seats, but the Model Y's third row is unusable,
It is.
even for small children.
Yeah. You might get a Chihuahua and Omar back there, but you're not going to get any real size people back there. It's just not going
Yeah, it's not worth the extra expense. But little hack. Somebody from Chicago told me on one of my live streams is you can just tell Lyft that you have 7 seat belts if you want to take the risk of having to cancel.
Yeah.
What I found in Denver, at least right now, is whenever there's not Lyfts around, they upgrade the person without them knowing to a Lyft XL. And if a Lyft XL doesn't take it, then they upgrade them to a Lux. So I was like getting paid less for the Lux rides that they were upgrading to. So I took XL off for the time being. But where it gets tricky is like when people are ordering Lux Black XL, they're usually wanting an XL vehicle.
Yeah.
So they want like an Escalade size,
Well, see now, and I'm sure Omar will agree with me on this because we both get Lux Black XLs. I think one time, maybe twice. Oh my God. Okay. Tony, I got to explain Brandon to you about this. Brandon, whenever he has asked me when I first met him, he said, Vinny, anytime you get a Lux Black XL ride, send me the screenshot. I think they are plastered either in his bathroom on the walls or they are plastered on a mirror above his bed. Okay.
Both.
He absolutely loves the Lux Black XLs. But Omar, how many times have you had an actual 6 people in a Black XL? I can only think of twice.
A couple times. A couple times.
Yeah.
I've
I've
only had
I'm
three
curious.
requests.
I'm curious about what you're talking about here. About they upgrade them, and then you're getting
Yeah.
paid less.
Yeah.
That's got me. That's
So-
blowing my
Before you
mind right
jump to
now.
that-
Okay, please explain that to me because I'm getting triggered.
Yeah. So basically, this is how it works. Somebody orders a Lyft, right? There's not
Yeah.
enough Lyft drivers around. They're
Right,
all
makes
on
sense.
XL or Lux. So
Mhm.
then they just push them up to the Lux category or to the XL category. And how I found this out is I would get this person on my request on an XL,
Mhm.
and then
Mhm.
it would be like $1.32 a mile. And then I would X. I'm like, I'm not doing that. And then it would bump up to Lisa, who's pulling up to me. It'd bump up to her and it'd be over $2 per mile, and it's the same exact person. And I guarantee it was an upgrade. They didn't like cancel and then request a Lux.
Right.
So what may be happening there is the
Right.
And
individual
I never would get it on a Lux.
requesting-
Let
What might
me
be
let me
happening-
let me further clarify on that because
hold on,
I have
Brandon,
in-depth
hold
knowledge on
on.
that.
Steven's been trying to get through. Go ahead, Steve.
Oh, I was going to say what may be happening there is that the person is requesting like quickest ride, soonest ride, and for the soonest ride, it's upgrading because unless
No.
it's
No.
just upgrading the ride, because if it is just upgrading the ride, yeah, that would be something incredible. But I don't think that happens here.
No.
Right.
Let me tell you exactly what's happening because I know exactly what's going on. He's right. If the rider, if there's nothing available, they will do that scale. It's gotten so bad sometimes that I've gotten riders that say that they ordered Lyft Wait and Save, and I got the ping as a Lux Black.
Yeah.
So, but I haven't noticed a pay decrease. I'm not too
No,
sure
so
about
the
that.
reason why I see the decrease is it'll come to me as an XL and I decline it. So therefore it won't come back to me as a Lux unless another person declines it on Lux. So I don't see that same person's request come back as a Lux. And my Lyft XL pays me less than the Lyft Lux does for the same trip.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the same thing for me here. Where Florida's different. They XL and Lux pay the same, but yeah, in Chicago it's the same thing. XL pays less, but it's only a few dollars. Like a ride to the airport is like it's only a $3 or $4 difference between XL and Lux.
Down here, when we had the multiplier, you wanted XL. You would turn off Premiere. You would turn off everything.
You would, yeah.
I'm
You
telling
turn
you,
off Lux, Premier.
XL is the king as far as earnings go. Now,
Yeah.
So what I do is I turn off everything except for Lux Black when it's
Yes, that's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
killing out here.
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah. At any event I go to, it's standard operating procedure for me. Just black only. Yeah.
So to cover that one question I saw, my 125 discount is because I have 5 referrals that are in a Tesla driving it right now.
That's pretty nice.
That's
Yeah.
right. Okay, somebody asked about, hold on a minute. Somebody just asked about, does anybody know about Uber Black? Steven, can you do me a favor? Can you link
Yes.
up Kush's channel? Just
Yes.
like put a link to his channel in the chat. And that way, because
A
he's
specific
the
video or
guy-
his channel?
no, just link up his channel so he can go see
Okay.
the Uber Black because that's what he's doing out there.
We never
Um,
had black here, right, Vinny? All we ever had was just Lux and Lux SUV, and then they decided,
Correct.
to axe that, right?
They had to change the name, right? Right. We are looking into registering an LLC so we can do Uber Black. So
Yeah.
the
Oh,
way it is.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was
No,
just going to say
down,
that the LLC part's actually one of the more simpler parts. The part that's difficult is when you go to get the vehicle registered commercially. There's like 3, 4, 5 steps on that part, and then you have to wait because I guess the PUC, um, the commission that authorize vehicles to be used for business, they are, and it can take a couple of weeks. They were during last year. It was saying it could take a month for them to get you registered.
well, see, down here, you don't have a prayer in hell at getting your own, I don't want to call it a medallion, but your own private car license. Now, when I say
Right.
car, I'm talking either a Suburban or a Cadillac, a sedan,
Right.
maybe a Model X. You don't have a prayer down here because in Broward County, there's only X amount allowed on the road, and those licenses are all bought up. And when
Do you mind if I
one
get into
comes
that a
available,
little bit?
well, hold on. Well, we got to clean up your radio. You're coming in a little choppy there, but yeah, absolutely.
I'm
But
gonna go
here,
inside.
the only way you can get it here is if you get into a lottery. You got to submit your name into the county. I know because I've tried and I tried and I tried, and my name was on the lottery list. And I knew the people that worked there. I was with them with my business when I was doing I knew everybody in the building department, Broward County building department. I knew everybody. Right? I
Can
come
the
through.
individual sell their medallions there?
Yes, you can buy. Well, you can buy your medallion. The workaround is this, because I got a guy in West Palm that was willing to let me work under his medallion, but it would have cost me like $1.50 a week, and even though he would feed me business, right, I would still be mostly on my own. Which at the time, I looked at the numbers, and with commercial insurance, bro, 6,500 every 6 months, buddy, you better have some goddamn business going, and you cannot compete. I don't care who you are, unless you're running the big, what do they call them? The 8-passenger, the sprinters. If you're running the sprinters, you're in good shape because there's always a need for that party buses. But like executive cars, executive Suburbans, Escalades, Navigators, nah, it when you do the numbers, it's not worth it, dude. It's just not worth it. You know, you're not going to make enough money. So that's how I feel
Yeah,
about
that's why I like the deal I have with this Tesla because I got full commercial insurance I can use for that purpose.
it. Now, are you licensed? Are you like, do you have
So
the permitting for it?
that's what I'm working on in February.
Okay. Well, we would definitely keep up with that because I'd like to see how that works out for you.
Melvin,
We don't have. Go ahead.
I was just going to tell Melvin, I actually think that's a better thing for him because if he has Premiere in his area, then at least he doesn't have to go through the process to register. So, Melvin,
Exactly.
that might actually be a good thing. I wish I had Premiere here.
Yeah, we don't have it here either.
Yeah. See, now here in
That's
Southeast Florida, we have Premier. We don't have Black. We've got Lyft Lux Black and Lyft, you know that those.
But
But in Orlando,
in general, Premiere pays less than Black.
well, of course it
Yeah,
does.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
oh yeah,
they
oh
took
yeah.
away
You don't
Select,
have all
and I
these.
think they pushed all that
but at least
up
you don't have
to
the
the Black category.
requirements.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
So we have
that's the difference.
Select here still for people who are grandfathered into Select, and that was one of the other things I brought up to the Uber rep that called me. So Select, so that you've got a bunch of cars that still do Select here,
You
but it's only the ones that got grandfathered in.
right. You're still breaking up pretty bad, but we caught the gist of that one. I'm glad we don't have Uber Black down here because the Uber Black, then I got, and then I'm going to have to add another $12 to $14,000 worth of expense to my bill every year. I'll be okay with the premieres. I'll take my $46 to $52 rides for 20 miles all day long on Premier. I have no problem with that
Amen.
because there's no way that I'm going to be able to squeeze into that 400 allotted permits, private car permits, you know, and so I might as well get the money. I'm not worried about anybody else in that respects. So,
Yeah,
Omar, I don't know how you feel about that.
Um, I'd have to look up what the requirements are because, yeah, I'd have to do some research. So I don't want to make an uneducated opinion. I will say this though, lately for me, Premiere, especially when you're actually in an actual zone where it is starting to pick up, Premiere's been paying like $3 a mile in some cases. I
Mhm.
have some examples of that. It's weird. And I used to dislike Premiere, because I didn't care much for the 50 cent a minute or whatever it is the wait time. Because I'm like, listen, I'm not trying to wait. I'm going to be on the highway. Boom, boom, boom. I'm trying to go. So, but lately I'm favoring Premiere over Excel or anything else. Again, my experience has been different than yours, Vinny. We've talked about this ad nauseum, offline about doing Lyft Lux and how much I dislike Lyft Lux. So
Well,
I don't know.
I tell you, it was wild over the weekend. Lyft was like, I don't know what the hell was going on with Lyft over the weekend, but their price $1.30 for XLs, $1.35
Yeah,
for
yeah,
Lux. I
yeah,
mean, it
yeah,
was crazy.
dude.
But
Yeah,
but but now during the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they're paying $2.50 a mile, $3 a mile.
it's
Like,
it's
what
yeah,
the
it's
hell?
crazy. I was getting lowballed, Vinny, at my spot at my house. Where after I forget which event it was, and I'm like to ride to where, and I'm going, are you kidding me? And I'm sitting there looking at my phone, going, like it wasn't a paralysis to analysis thing. I'm just sitting there going, that's not $2. That's not even 180. Just
Yeah,
just doing quick Common Core math, right?
Common
uh,
Core. There you go.
so
Common Core
finally,
math.
some
Very simple of that.
finally something came through, and I was like, you know what? I'll just take this. It's getting to the point now where you just kind of get frustrated, and you just take something that's close to kind of what you want. So,
Exactly.
but then, like you said, Vinny, then you just get these random whatever it is, 250 a mile, whatever it is. It's just so odd.
Can't
What are
random.
we seeing here from the master of swords in downtown?
You see,
I can't wait to have.
with the power of software,
Oh my God.
it
Here we
has
go.
the ability to instantly
Tony,
tell you if a ride's going to pay you $2 a mile without you
you
even
know
having
what
to
I want
look
to
at the
do?
screen.
You
It'll
know what I
tell
want
yeah.
to
you.
do?
Listen, Brandon,
You know what?
when you see 30 miles for like $30, you don't have to do math. That's what me and Vinny are talking about. We're there just going, are you kidding me? This is what they're actually sending me?
Yeah,
We're gonna
that's
have
what I
to have
use Maximo for.
yeah, we're gonna have to have a sit down between Brandon. Oh my God, this would be awesome. Could you imagine Brandon with Team Para and Tony with Team what is it? Maestro, right? Tony?
Maximo.
Maximo. My apologies, brother.
Yeah.
Don't hurt. Okay. Have them two sit down and do a head-to-head uh, talk about the two apps. Because from what I understand, they both serve really, really good purposes. Randy, where's Uber Jeep AZ? Jeff is out working. Like he's been working on Wednesday nights. It's been good for him. So he's out there. He's been doing really well on Uber Eats. And remember, Phoenix has got all that business coming in there for the next 2 weeks. They've got the
Oh
Waste
yeah.
Management Open that's probably kicking off. People arriving tonight and then running right into the Super Bowl. But we miss him. We miss Jeff. Jeff,
Are y'all going to
Jeff.
AZ?
I am not. I had something come up. I am unable to, but I believe Luther Vandross over there, he's going to be able to go. Wait till you hear how his voice changes. Wait how when you
That was
hear how
racist, Vinny.
Luther Vandross? How's that racist?
I'm being, I'm being,
You being Omar, because that wasn't racist. He's got a good baritone voice. See, it's people like you in that liberal party, that libertarian party. Don't tell me what to do, but I'm going to tell you
You
what.
get to the L word.
God, you know what? Hey, you know what, Omar? For that, 30 seconds. You're in timeout. 30 seconds. He's in timeout. Nah, I ain't gonna do that to my guy. We
because
talk about
it's
that later.
because Vinny got hit with that. Like we've all gotten hit with stuff. We talked about deactivation
Oh,
stories. And,
bro.
yeah, it's
I
like,
didn't
come
get
on, man.
deactivated. I've told the story before. She told me she could tell I was racist by my picture on the app. I don't have
Oh
to tell the
man.
story again.
Oh my
I will
gosh.
never forget
Yeah.
that.
So,
So,
My
Vinny, I
wife
don't know
got
if you remember.
deactivated.
Whoa.
She
say
got
what?
deactivated for being racist allegedly because she didn't take kids without car seats.
See,
Talking about Lisa,
that's that
right?
fraud.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's that Ricky
That's
Bobby fraud right there.
that's exactly what happened with me. I got this Lux request,
Free
Lyft
ride.
Lux request. I pull up and the kid's like, the kid's like 13 years old, right? 13 years old. All right, hold on. I'm trying to get Steven all squared away here. The kid's like 13 years old, and I'm like, there's no way I'm taking you. And so he calls his mom, gets on the phone. Next thing I know, the mom's on the phone with me, and she says, I knew you were racist.
Get that share ride.
You know what, Brandon? I'm gonna mute your ass. We ain't gonna start this crap.
Get that share ride.
He's on mute now. No, I just muted his ass. I ain't listening to that fight. No, I unmuted him. And next thing I know, she's calling me a racist. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So I'm recording the whole thing, right, through the phone and yada, yada, yada. And Lyft just like, don't worry about it. Go on about your business. Because I canceled the trip, so she couldn't even hit my rating. So
Yeah.
We had a friend down here. You might not know her, Vinny. I mean, yeah, Vinny, but she
Big
one
brother,
time
how you doing?
she
Who's that?
she was picking up, I think up in Jupiter, I think, or Palm Beach Garden, somewhere up there, right? And she was picking up at like a ranch, I think. And the guys they were covered in whatever they were covered in. So she got there and she was like, "Nah, I ain't picking these guys up." And she canceled. And she got hit with that. Oh, she got hit with that. She must be racist because she didn't want to pick us up. And it's hard to prove some of this stuff because when she saw them, she was like, dude, these guys are covered in whatever they were covered in coming from like a horse ranch. You're not getting in my car. And
Oh, hell
yeah.
no.
Yeah. So she got deactivated for a little bit, for a little bit, and then she got back on. But
While they
it's
investigate.
yeah, they investigate. And here I am talking about somebody, a friend of mine who I haven't talked to in a while. She stopped driving, but she was like a 5.0 driver. Like she accepted every ride. Like she wasn't doing any what do we call it? Fight Club? Yeah, she was pretty straight up. So
All
it
right.
can happen. We talked about this before. It can happen at any moment in time. Get ready for it. You do this long
Yeah,
enough, somebody gonna hit you
it's
for
gonna
that with
happen.
that because they want to get a free
It's
ride.
garbage. Well, Ron got hit with from the rideshare culture. Ron, he got hit with sexual harassment, and there was
Wow.
no sexual harassment in the ride. Jay, Eddie is without power and internet tonight. So I don't know if he's working or I really don't know what's going on with him. I text him, but he's dealing with that right now. So he's not with us tonight. But we are streaming to his channel because I want him to, I mean, he's part of the group. I'm thinking about going to Arizona. The only thing I can do is lift out of state. Yeah, we did all the we've been talking about for a couple of weeks. You should be able to drive Lyft out there, no problem. Let's see, Blaze, Lexus ES hybrid or a Tesla? Looking to upgrade tiers. I'm
I don't
fed
think the
up.
ES hybrid qualifies.
Maybe in this market it might.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
because down here it don't
Whatever
qualify
place
for
that.
nothing.
Right.
My advice on that is like, if you're not already buying a car in that category and you're not planning on like setting up your own private clients, it's tough to recommend somebody buy a $60,000 vehicle plus whatever
I wouldn't
taxes and
disagree with that.
insurance.
Yeah, just make sure your market can support what you're trying to do. And I would agree. If you're going to do other things, absolutely. If you're not, again, make sure your market can support it.
Or like if you already buy that kind of car, like if you're for the
Right.
last decade you've been buying BMWs, Mercedes, or whatever, and it's no big deal to you. But if you've been buying like a Prius or like a $20,000 vehicle, that's a big difference in amount of money. And even though you can save on maintenance, like if something does go wrong, it's not cheap.
Nope.
I would say
Brandon,
this. I would.
Hold on. Brandon, we got a question for you here.
yeah, what's
Can
up?
you still get in trouble if you cancel the ride before swiping for pickup?
If you cancel the ride, no. No, I
Okay.
It
mean
depends.
let me show you. No. Let me show you.
No.
Let me show you. It says 22% cancellation rate.
Right. But
Ooh.
it depends on where you're at.
I was at 28% cancellation.
Ooh, let me
It
check
depends
mine.
on where you're at. Like if you're
This is-
rolling up to somebody and you see like a wheelchair or a dog, like
That'll get
that's
That's
that'll get you.
completely different.
yeah.
Completely
But
different.
like if
That will
you
get you
accept and
canned.
cancel, if you accept and then cancel, accept and then cancel, yeah, I'm like at 78% cancel rate right now
Oh
on Uber.
man, you're
What?
Yeah.
awesome.
What?
Oh
No
man, you
way.
guys got me beat over here,
Oh
man.
wow.
I'm only at 23%. I'm. What am I
Oh,
doing wrong? I'm taking too many rides, man.
dude, I'm at 3%.
I don't know
We
how
know
it
that,
works
Vinny.
in
We
your
know that
market,
about you.
and I don't want to really talk about why it's like that, but
Okay. No, we're not gonna do it to you.
you got to get your
All right.
money, basically,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm not going to show
Hey,
the stats. 497, 13% acceptance, 23% cancellation. I gotta get my numbers up, man. This is weak, man. This
my
is weak.
my accept
I
rate is
I
high.
think Vinny's going for that 450 bonus for being a platinum driver.
Man, this is weak from on my
my
part. I feel
my
ashamed of
ex-
myself right now, man.
my acceptance rate is a little bit high because it's like at 20 something, but that's because my cancellation rate is high. So
Yeah,
your acceptance
they go
rate
together.
yeah,
Yeah.
your acceptance rate will
I don't
go
know
up,
what I'm
but your
doing wrong.
cancel will go up too.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm going to get to this next one here. I don't want to get crucified by my guys here. BT, got to have a dash cam. You mean like this? Because for anybody who watches my videos, lately I've been doing a little more vlog style. All my street footage views is from this dash cam, so you can see how good it is. It truly is a really good dash cam, and I'm sure everybody's got dash cams linked up in their descriptions. This is the Vantrue N2 Pro, and I absolutely love this little thing. It is
Yeah, it's a good one.
all right.
Vinny,
So
Vinny, real quick, if I can just go back to the question about the two cars. I just wanted to add in 2 cents, and that is whatever it is you want to do, always have a plan. When I bought my Infinity, I bought it with the thought process that I'm buying this with a warranty that basically covers everything. So
mhm,
that took some of the costs down the road out of my
mhm,
thought process. My last
100%.
vehicle, the Kia, and then the one before that, the Traverse. I went on Traverse forums and I just researched very quickly. Within like a day or two, the number one thing that comes up. What's the thing that always comes up? What's the sensor that goes bad, or the alternator, or the thing? Know your vehicle and get ready for it ahead of time, and maybe even teach yourself how to replace it because that can factor into like what the other gentleman was saying about the cost buying a $60,000 vehicle. Like the overall cost, but also what are you gonna what's it gonna cost you a year from now? Like have a plan so that hey, whatever comes up, I'm gonna be ready for it, so I can be on the road doing what I have to do, yada yada yada. So
Right. And
Exactly.
also have the ability to sustain that car payment unless you don't care about your credit.
Right. Right.
If you get deactivated.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. That is something you have to keep in the back of your head is if you'll get deactivated. So what I'm saying is if you're not gonna do a car payment, if you're gonna go a different way, or if you do a car payment, but you want to cut down on maintenance and cut down on costs in other ways, have a plan. Have a plan of attack. Know what the tire size is. Know what know when you're gonna have to get tires. Just have all that planned out so you can sort of
Yep.
navigate it. Because I just see so many people for over the years that I've been doing this with these cars, and I'm thinking to myself, how are you making the car payment? How are you making the insurance? How are you making the maintenance? They're not profitable. And I'm sure you guys have talked about this before, Vinny. But there's
Yep.
making money, and then there's actually profiting. And we're
Yep.
not going to get into that topic right now, but
No,
that's what I'm saying. Have a plan.
Exactly.
Hide your profits with your expenses.
Yeah.
All right. So
Not a
Omar,
tax advisor.
Mr. I'm assuming this is I'm assuming gender. I can't do that. R.W. Butler is in our area. This is from our area. He says,
Hey guys, I'm gonna bounce out of here.
all right, Tony. Hey man, we appreciate you coming through, bro.
Yeah, I want to
You,
come on officially to join, like, so I'm not bouncing in and out. But yeah, for sure.
Well, I got your email. I'll extend you the same courtesy I extend to Sergio from the Rideshare Guy. You will be on the email when I send out the links every Wednesday night. If you can make it, awesome. If you can't, we ain't mad at you, but the offer is there, my friend.
Awesome. I appreciate y'all. Have a good evening.
All right. Have a good evening. Oop, I heard that somebody just got a ride, or they're looking to take a ride.
And I can get a ride anytime.
That sounded like Sketty or something. No, not Sketty. I mean, Para.
No. That's just me going online on Uber and then just letting Para run its course.
Oh my God! You see where Butler's working, right? Hard Rock, Aventura, airports.
Yeah, I didn't know if we were doing that. I thought I concluded I conclude this comment with
$90 an hour average ride.
Jeez.
Yeah,
I don't talk about where I work because that's like Fight Club for me. I don't know. Maybe you could give me better clarity on that, Vinny.
I don't know nothing. Anyway,
exactly.
One of his buddies got deactivated for suspicion of drinking and smoking. I've heard horror stories about that, bro.
Yeah, happened to Asher.
Yeah, that's right. Man, it is so jacked up, jacked up, bro.
The levels that people will go to
just to get a free freaking ride.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I am just texting Steven. I mean, I hope he's not having issues. Okay, let's see. But he's back on. Sergio, here's Sergio. Sorry, Vinny can't join you guys tonight, but tell Steven that Waste Management Open is next weekend, the 9th through the 12th. We will do that. What else do we got?
So that's after the Super Bowl, right?
Are you so black? Your absence, or oh my God, I don't know. This is his brother. This is Steven's brother. I'm just gonna All right. I'm catching up with all the comments. Holy Jesus, there's a lot of comments. There's Steven. There's Steven. There's my guy. Bro, your brother jumped all over you in the chat, bro. I'm just letting you know, dog. He came at you.
Steven came on with that jacket, and I was expecting some jazz music or something.
Now let him hear that voice. Let him hear that voice.
How we doing, everybody?
See what I mean? See what I mean? That's that baritone serenade. Hide your wives. And
I can hear the panties dropping from Florida to California, man.
Well, I'm gonna go to Arizona, so we'll see how it is out there.
By the way, Sergio just left you a message. The Waste Management Open is the 9th through the 12th.
So the main reason why I'm leaving on Friday is to catch all that.
So it's next Friday, not this Friday.
I'm leaving this Friday.
Yeah, but bro, you're gonna be out there a week early.
Oh, you know what?
You have to be.
I am leaving that. Yeah, no, you're right. I'm gonna leave next Friday.
Shit, man.
When is the Super Bowl?
I gotta dip. Money
there he goes.
Too big.
There he goes.
So it's gonna be the Waste Management.
$50 for 1 mile, right? $50 for 1 mile, right?
Have a good one. Make some good
$13
money.
a mile, not bad.
He
$9
said
a
not bad.
mile.
He said it's
Eh,
okay.
it's
Nine
not
dollars a
bad.
mile. It's okay. I'll take it.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's all right. You know.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Driven Dad, knock it out.
Wait, what did that say?
Oh, hell yeah. I had to go because I'll be
Woo.
doing a Lux Flex to the airport 110. Get that money, brother. Get that money. All right.
My
So
first Black XL was like 120 from like Midtown Miami, not downtown Miami, Midtown Miami to FLO. Oh,
My first black was I was sitting in my apartment and I got a what is it where they give you per hour the reserve or whatever
you mean
oh,
that
hourly black
yeah,
hourly. So I
yeah,
got
okay.
black hourly. It said it was supposed to be like 70 something dollars or whatever. Ended up paying me 150. That was nice.
Well, beyond nines, I'm gonna tell you, ever since I got a dash cam, not only I never really thought about using it for like making YouTube videos, but now that I see how clean and clear it is, especially during the day, at night, everything's a little
Very clear.
yeah,
Very
but it's
clear.
clear, right? The daytime shot.
Yeah.
And
I thought you had a camera or something.
nah, bro, I'm telling you, it's the Van True, bro.
Yeah.
It's not one of
No,
them
I got the
30
same camera. I was actually
dude,
messing with that earlier
clean,
today. Yeah, it was really good.
clean, bro. You know, at night it sucks a little bit, but it's clean. So get
Hey,
yourself a dash cam, bro.
it catches
I
everything
will.
with the infrared for the people that sit in the back. That's what's
Yep,
important.
yep, 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 yep.
I will say this too for a little bit of context, right? I think everybody's experience is a little bit different, and where these situations take place, you know, where we're talking about these allegations, um, sometimes it's time and place. You know, if you're out, everybody knows their area, so there's probably certain areas that you might pick up some people that are just could be a problem. Sometimes you can go by rating. Sometimes rating will tell you dead on what you're getting. Sometimes I get these XL passengers, in the 4.7s, and I'm like, oh boy, they'll call you up. Oh hey, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh man, you're getting all the red
All
flags, and
right,
you're like,
Lisa. Yeah,
you're like,
exactly. Oh, 100%.
you're like, don't take this. And in your head, you're going, this is gonna be one of those rides where I might end up
Yep.
with problems after the ride, not just
Yep.
during the ride, after the ride.
Yes.
So it's one of those things where sometimes you maybe you can avoid it. So it's not always like I don't want to mischaracterize that every single passenger out there is trying to get a free ride. It's just sometimes, if you're doing airport rides in the morning, you're not going to get any allegations from the airport riders, man. They just want to go to the airport. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes it's the clientele, sometimes it's the area, sometimes it's you as a driver. The drivers aren't always innocent in these stories too,
No.
So yeah.
Really?
Nah, I don't
So
Wait a
think
minute,
so.
now
wait a minute, wait a
we
minute.
are all
Wait a minute.
stand-up individuals here. We're all
Yeah,
stand-up individuals here on
yeah,
this show.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
hey, we keep it. Am I not keeping it real, Vinny? I mean,
I ain't talking. We're moving on. That's what we're gonna do. Good night, Lisa. Have a good night.
Have a
Appreciate
great
you and
night.
Tony showing up. Stay safe. Um, let's see. Beyond Nines, $110 Uber ride order. I've never gotten that type of ride in 2 years. Crying in Uber X. Yeah, but again, bro, like straight up, like dead honest. If your market can't support it, you really got to think about it because we wait a whole lot more. We have a lot more dead time than say an Uber X or a regular Lyft ride. And if you saw my video today, I dare anybody to tell me I'm wrong. If you're working during the days during the week, you're doing more XLs than anything else. I'm telling you, don't let these guys out here fool you in these Suburbans and Escalades. They're breaking down too when it gets slow and they're doing XL rides.
yeah,
Okay.
Interesting.
yeah.
But
I mean,
are they coming? I was wondering if they actually come in that often, at least for the Los Angeles area. Now, I haven't had a chance. I haven't experienced XL in the Los Angeles market. I have a coworker. He's the plant manager at the school I work at, and he has an XL vehicle, but he hasn't used it during the week, so he hasn't been able to tell me like what his experience is. Normally, it's really good for him on the weekend, and I told him to get that car out there. He's got kids and everything. I told him to get that car out there and see what it's like because he has a Honda Civic that he's been using and he's been loving it in the XL, but he hasn't been using it during the week.
so 2 points I want to make is real quick is shout out to Sergio, who's not here tonight, but I love that guy. I love this hat that he was wearing at the last show. I wonder, since the upfront pricing, like what the wait times are like in our market in South Florida, because um and this is my second point, is that
We got
I'm
keys.
sitting around a lot. I'm to Vinny's point, I'm sitting around a lot, getting the same request sometimes, getting the same XL passenger or the
Yes.
same Premier passenger, because it's not a good rate, it's not a good offer. And so, to Sergio's point, when he says know your value, I wait until I get the type of ride that I want for the price that I want. And
Right.
so I wonder if that makes wait times go up. Like I'm wondering about that.
Wait times for
But
who? For
for
the
the
driver
for
or
the
for the rider?
for the rider.
Yeah, everybody suffers. Everybody
Yeah,
suffers except the apps because
right.
they're going to make their money regardless, right?
Regardless,
So,
right? Yeah,
right, and that goes back to what we were talking about earlier, where rides will be bumped up, or like Steven suggested, because I've had it happen both ways. Where a rider was automatically upgraded, and I've also had, well, there's no regular Lyft cars or X cars in the area, so they offer them, hey, this is the closest, fastest ride if you want to pay the extra $2-3, because they don't want to lose the ride to the other company. So then, the rider will take the ride. Two quick questions: how long is the battery life, and why does installing that dash cam into the car look so confusing? It's not. It's
it's not.
absolutely not. I've got a
It's this.
video. There's no battery life per se in this dash cam. It's constantly plugged in. You plug it into your cigarette lighter. This thing, the way I've got it set up, because I didn't run and hide the wires, because I really don't care about that. It takes like 3 minutes, and this thing is plugged in and ready to go.
I'm
It's
frustrated
really,
because I
really
want to hide the wire. I like my clean look in front, and I'm seriously and Driven Dad, let me know how you mount your camera, because now I'm thinking about putting it on the glass right above me so I
why
don't
would you do
see it in
that?
front, because I don't want to see it on my windshield.
But
I've got
but
everything really clean.
okay, but Steven, just
Hmm.
listen. You so obviously, let me get it right. So
And I
this is
really
your
don't
Probably.
need I don't need the front camera either because my car records everything around me. I just
oh
need it for the back. Yeah, I'm only
yeah,
using
but
the
yeah, but Steven, the see now that's the other part of it. The inside cabin camera. This one, let
yes,
me get it right. You
right.
want to be in this camera.
Mm, I see.
You got to remember, you got to be in that camera
Fair enough.
because if somebody's punching you in the head, but the camera's
Right.
not seeing it, I mean,
No, you're right.
how,
You're right.
so you almost,
Yeah.
now you can hardwire it. There's a hardwiring kit for this, and it's only
I
pulling the eight
can't.
coolers. It's only
Yeah.
pulling the eight coolers. The only
No.
reason I haven't hardwired it is because I
Mhm.
don't want to mess with those airbags myself, and I damn sure
I
ain't gonna pay somebody to run a wire.
Yeah, I don't want to do it just because it can mess with the voltage output on the car, and it can freak out the Tesla on
Yep.
the low battery. So I kind of don't want to mess with that. There is a
You
pillar to attach it to, and but there's a bunch of plastic and stuff you have to take apart in order to get it down into the bin.
you
Well,
you
look,
probably have to
I'm gonna
create
show
a new circuit. If you create a new circuit, an independent circuit with your own relay, you'll be set that way.
So Tony's
But
showing
but
you how he's got his mounted up right now.
okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
okay,
haven't taken off this pillar right here, but like
right.
I can
I see.
tuck all this into that pillar,
Right,
and then you can run it underneath the this part.
right. Mm-hmm.
And then
I see.
Black Box My Car, I think it's called. They have a bunch of battery packs, and you can just run a battery pack. I don't have
Oh,
one
you
yet.
run it off of that? Okay, okay, yeah.
I don't have one yet, but I'm going
Where
to.
would
And they
you?
have a whole Tesla video about how to do a dash cam setup in a Tesla. Black
I was
Box My
thinking.
Car.
Okay, I was thinking about also doing the ambient lighting around the car, but the problem is that you have to control it separately. It doesn't turn on and off when you turn on and off
Right.
the car. Yeah.
You
So
you can you can Stephen, but you have to figure out. You gotta get some schematics for your vehicles to figure out
they
where
don't
that
give those out. Yeah.
All right,
again, that's why I'm saying get on a forum. There's a forum
Mhm.
for every car. People love their cars, and there's somebody that's de-engineering everything, and they'll
Right.
tell
That's
you
true.
exactly where you need to connect something to do something.
That's a good
all right,
placement
Man,
though. I
this
like
is
that.
so
real
hard
quick,
to.
No,
real
I
quick.
get what you. I
Kiara,
see what you're doing.
Kiara has joined the group. Kiara, you need to go watch
Yeah.
the on the replay. You need to watch the opening clip of the live tonight. That's all I'm going to say to you. I hope you're having a good time. Okay, Blaze, I'm starting to do a 10 to 14 hour work shifts, just trying to get into a groove. Just work smarter, not harder, and don't be afraid to. If your normal, your normal hot spot ain't hot, man, move. Find some, experiment around in the slow times. That's what I
I
would
want to
do.
I want to correct something that so I will be leaving this Friday. I will be leaving this Friday.
Okay.
I'm gonna catch. So the idea is to catch all the traffic that's coming in right now because Sergio said it's the 6th, right?
No,
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna
it's the ninth through the 12th.
the tournament's the 9th through the 12th. Interesting.
Right. And
Okay. So I want to
I'm
catch.
just saying,
I
double
do
check
want to.
your dates. Yeah,
Mhm.
just double check your dates. All right. R.W. Butler, he's driving XL black on black 3 rows. It's the only way to move down here in Florida, man. In
So
Southeast Florida, it's the only way to move. You
for
always
the
make
10 to 14 hour a day thing, they may want to look into doing some food delivery because there's definitely some lulls in a 10 to 14 hour shift on
Yeah.
rideshare that food
Mhm.
delivery can be, and not just DoorDash and Uber Eats, but look at some catering apps too.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Depending on the area, you may not want to deal with that 4 to 6, whatever it is, rush hour traffic. So do food delivery instead. Stay local. Don't waste too much resources, and you can probably bank. You might get good bonuses too. Who knows? I'm not all that 100% up to date anymore with these food apps
Yeah.
because they're robbing people just like Uber and Lyft are robbing us.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that because if you're doing 14-hour days, like you definitely aren't going to have rideshare demand all 14 hours.
Correct. Well, that's what Eddie used to do. Eddie used to, when he was running the Tesla in the mornings, he'd do the trips. When it started to slow down, he'd flip over to Uber Eats. He'd start racking them on Uber Eats, hitting his Quest because I guess the Uber Eats at that time, I think it's different now. I can't swear to it, but the Uber Eats rides used to count as regular rides, and he
They
hit
still
his
do
Quest.
as long as you don't do more Uber Eats than you do Uber X or
Right.
Comfort or whatever
So
ride
if you do
shares.
more rides than Eats, they'll still allow the Eats
Right.
rides
If
to
you do
count.
51% and 49%, like don't go 50-50, like keep it a couple below if you're doing a lot of Uber Eats. But yeah. All right,
Gotcha.
I got to bounce.
All right, brother,
All
make
right.
that money. Wait a minute, you made 110 that quick to the airport? You're a bad man.
No, I'm I'm topping off the charger right now.
Oh,
And
okay,
the
okay.
trip, I gotta start heading there in about 5 minutes.
All right, you got it, brother.
All right.
Stay safe.
Yep.
All right, question for Steven. Any
Yes.
advice on times, days, and locations to drive in LA?
Hmm. Okay, Los Angeles. During the week, I usually hit the airport, and
What the hell
I
is wrong?
can't really drive during the day, but your mornings, of course, are going to be your best times. That's usually when I make my shorts, where you see all the surge that's going on Lyft, and even surprisingly on Uber. I'm sure for anybody in Los Angeles, you'll see that a lot of the time Uber doesn't want to give anything as far as bonus zones, but when it comes to Lyft, the map is lit up like a can, like a birthday cake. So usually in the morning, I try to get as early rides, and I'm trying a new strategy, which I haven't been hitting, but getting up and going further out in like the Thousand Oaks area. So going more northwest and waiting by some of these hotels further out. Now, a lot of these riders that are coming to get rides, they are on Uber Black, unfortunately, and I see those trucks all over the place. But there are rides that come through on Lyft, and you can tell it's a scarce market because it's trying to send you out like 10 miles, in either
Mhm.
direction to all these cities that are over up northwest. So go to Thousand Oaks or a little bit further. Look at the hotels and the major hotels that they have out there. They've got resorts, but that's a great way to get an early morning ride. Easy $50 on Uber X, possibly higher. The only problem that you're going to run into there is upfront pricing is there for Lyft, but it's not there for Uber. So I had no idea what I was going to make until I made it all the way to LAX.
But I'm assuming when you made the ride, you were back on your regular rates. They can't just not tell you what they're not. You can't. I would think if you have no
Mhm.
upfront pricing, you're back to your rate card.
That's what I would believe, but and it's a different county, so their rate card is probably different in that county than it is in Los
Yeah, we
Angeles.
got that. We got that over here
Right.
too. If we
So
go west into Naples, Marco Island, it's a different
rate
rate
card.
card. If we go south
Mhm.
into the Keys, not only is it a different rate card, some of the platforms disappear.
Right. And
You
that's
know?
one of the big things for me. So also when I would drive in some areas, I would see like comfort disappear. And somebody made a good point. I didn't realize this. So you can still get comfort rides there. It's just it doesn't show it in your list, which is weird. So it shows Uber X,
Mm,
but comfort rides were still coming through in that area. So I don't know if it was just upgrading it because I wasn't accepting it and there was nobody else accepting it, but as
interesting.
far as best, besides tactics, as far as best times to drive, early in the morning, if you can get out by about 3 o'clock, you're going to get a bunch of people that need to get to airport, and you're going to get a bunch of people that need to get to work. Cars fail, all kinds of stuff, and Lyft has a bunch of bonus zones. Unfortunately, their normal rate is low, so just kind of use your math in your head, or use an app like Para or Maestro or Maximo and see what your rates are. But there's plenty of rides, so you can keep declining until you find a good one. And then
That's it.
I'd usually drive in the afternoons. So this is after 4 o'clock when I get off at work at the school that I work at. And for that, I am right close to the Burbank airport, which I can get a pretty good ride coming from there. What I do is I go to the airport. I don't even bother with Lyft because there's a line for Lyft. I don't think I've ever taken a Lyft Lux out of the airport.
Mm.
But with Uber, you have the benefit of Ride Radar, where you got a bunch of people that are declining rides, and you can get a really good, juicy ride out of Radar. So turn on Uber X and XL and see if you can grab a good ride out of Radar. Same thing with so if I get a ride that takes me into Los Angeles or somewhere around that area, or in look, my battery just died on my on my light. I have
I'm
to
like, your
switch.
brother's gonna be on here cussing you out again.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, whatever. Uh, or hit LAX, and just wait for a ride Radar. Don't sit around there for too long. If nothing's coming through, give it like 15 minutes. Nothing's coming through, leave, and drive around the what is it? Beverly Hills area. There's plenty of rides out there. Plenty. People are going back and forth from dinner and whatnot, and they just want to get taken home. You can get great rides. You know, um, that's Uber X, and you might even possibly get XL. I don't know the XL market though, but I have
Um,
noticed over this last week, Lux hasn't been coming in at all, and Black hasn't been coming in really at all, except for the events.
hey
Omar, you
Steve. So the event, are you guys talking about the waste
Yes.
management
Hmm.
symposium? Because I'm
hold
seeing it
on.
here,
Hold
February
on.
twenty
Hold on.
sixth.
Yeah, before we get into that, real quick, Omar, give me 1 second. Beyond
Okay.
Nines wants to know: do you let passenger know you have a dash cam on, or do you not even say anything unless they ask? I don't say anything. I've never had anybody ask, but when you get into my vehicle, you can see the dash cam sitting right there, right in front of your face. So if there's any questions, film. All right, go ahead, Omar.
Oh, I was
Yeah,
gonna answer that too.
I was gonna comment on that too, but just real quick, Steven, because you were asking about it, because I'm just looking at it right now. I'm wondering what
Hmm.
this is. It says February 26th through March 2nd. So you guys
That's a
really may
different
want to.
one.
That's a
It's
different
a
one.
yeah, that's a different one. The
All right,
game
Butler.
I might
Butler,
have to
have a
walk
good
in
one.
then.
I'll switch my light out in a second. But to also
Uh,
answer that question, oh
yeah,
yeah, but the actual tournament is the ninth. I just pulled it up. It's the ninth to the where is it? I lost it. Ninth to
because
something.
the game is the 12th, so you're gonna be doing both things.
I'm gonna be doing both things. Yeah.
Oof,
Whatever rides come out, I'm gonna take.
oof. All
So
right, all
that,
Oh,
and
right.
then
wait.
also,
No,
Oh no, I
hold on.
mean yeah, dude. No,
Whoa.
I'm excited. I'm excited, Vinny. Don't get me wrong. I'm going oof, like wow, this is gonna be
I'm gonna hit it hard.
And,
What
yeah.
and
from
he's
what
gonna
Sergio
vlog,
said,
right? He's gonna record the whole thing, right? He's
yeah,
gonna
but
be putting up daily videos, right? Because
yeah,
vloggers be
I'm
looking
gonna
for it.
record all the stuff with me going out there, and if I can run it live, I'll run it live as I'm driving out. So we'll see.
Well, I'm gonna teach you tomorrow. I don't think I have to teach you. That's the wrong way to say that. I apologize. But we are gonna get you better lighting. I'm gonna run live
I've
with
got
you
good lighting.
tomorrow.
It's just battery operated.
So
Hey, bro.
the dash cam question, just check the rules in your area because there might be some rules as in regards to um
If you can't
photography or
see that,
video in your car. It depends. Every place is different. So I
if you cannot see that dash
right,
cam
right,
sitting in front of
right.
your
I know.
face,
I know.
you got problems. You deserve to
I
be
know.
recorded.
So
I know. I'm with you, Vinny. And for me, I don't have one in my car. I really do need to get one. And I'll just put up like one little sign somewhere and let it be. Like Vinny said, you should see it.
No
If you don't see it,
goddamn sign. You ain't putting up no damn
so
sign.
when I say a
I
sign, Vinny, it's gonna be
I'm not,
like text. Okay, it's gonna be like small text.
well, Los Angeles, I don't think you're required to state anything. Mine's when I do have it, it's right in the center. Right in the center. You can't miss it. And then what else? On Uber, you register your camera. So every time they get in they accept or I accept a ride, it says this driver has a camera. So it's up to them if they want to get in the car or not. I'm not
Well,
taking the so
Hey,
all right,
Steven,
real
what's
quick.
up with this light, man? You got like a Silence of the Lambs thing going on, man. Hello,
Do, do, do,
Clarice.
do, 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 do,
love
do.
it.
Real quick, Richie Hustles, what's up, brother? I've seen you there. Beyond Nines is starting at 7 a.m. Too late, in your opinion, for morning rush.
What area?
Yeah,
If you're
that's
talking
kind
about
of a
Los
tough one.
Angeles, yeah.
Yeah, because you don't want to get trapped. I don't do morning rushes.
At 7
Eh,
a.m., I'm already home.
Los Angeles
Yeah.
has way too much traffic. If you're talking about Los Angeles, yeah, way too much traffic to be stuck doing that. You're better off starting super early because you can go back and forth like it's nothing. You can grab a few rides and start your day out with like 100 plus.
In
So,
fact,
I
I'll tell
mean,
you
it's
this
up
one,
to you.
Vinny. I'll tell you this one, right? That ride that I was talking about, my premiere ride that I did $45 on
Uh-huh.
for 8 miles.
Right. Right.
I dropped that guy off downstairs. Why?
Oh, because it's too goddamn packed up top.
Vinny, I was coming around the bend, and that was where the line started, dude. You don't even
Yeah.
see the sign for Terminal 4. You know, Terminal 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
You don't even see Terminal 1
It's
or the
crazy.
divide where it goes up and
You know,
down.
Fort Lauderdale,
The line was already.
Airport.
So I just went down, and the guy said to me, "Oh, is this our arrivals?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Listen, did you see that sign? I mean, did you see all those cars?" He goes, "Oh, so that's departures." I go, "Yeah." He goes, "I said, you don't have any luggage, so I just made a quick split second decision. I didn't say anything to him. In my mind, I already had it pre-made
Listen,
when I
he
was
goes
getting to
right
the
up the
airport.
escalator and
I
he's
was
good to
like,
go, bro.
yeah, when we got to the airport, it hit me. I said, "Oh crap! Look what time it is, Omar. You better go downstairs." So when I did that, the guy was like, "Hey, I appreciate it." I made a, he was like, "Hey, I guess."
But
I
did
said,
he
"Listen,
tip?
it's a, yeah, that's the ride I'm talking about."
That's
I got,
it. Hey,
All
only
right.
the
so
realist. I appreciate you. Thank you for saying that. We appreciate you very
Appreciate you,
yes,
much.
brother.
Mm.
Appreciate you.
yes.
All right.
After that ride, I went home because you don't want to get stuck. Like Vinny said, you don't want to get stuck in that
Oh
traffic.
man. No.
Don't
Mm-mm.
you don't realize you will waste money in traffic and you will also you're putting a bunch of wear on your car. When people talk about freeway miles on their car, they're talking about flying down the freeway. I mean, they're
Yeah,
usually not telling the truth,
and
but
but
that's not the point.
But not just that, right? There's a certain time of day where the garbage trucks are out now. The school buses are out now. They might not be
Right.
stopping
Yep.
and picking anybody up, but they're out now. And that's just one more thing that's slowing you down in between streets. The buses are starting up now, and yada yada yada.
Jay
So it's like, you know
News.
what? Now, yeah, it's time to go home, man.
All right. So
Yeah, Jay
it
News
looks
said
like
it.
Blaze.
3:30.
Blaze is in Austin. Looks like Blaze is in Austin, and I would say, yeah, if you're out at 4 a.m., you can be done at 7 a.m. I think Kyle WeZoom, if I remember correct, I think Sergio mentioned that WeZoom out in Cali, he starts at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and he's done by like
Mhm.
8:30, and he's 300 in, and he's
That's
done in a
amazing.
day.
And that is that just
Done in
X
a
or
day.
was he on higher tier?
Well, he drives the Tesla. He drives
Oh,
a
okay.
Model Y.
Okay.
He's got a Model 3 and a Model Y.
I gotta find
Well,
out what areas he's driving so I can emulate some of what he does.
on
I'm
the
not. I'm
weekends,
nowhere near saying I'm a master of Los Angeles at all.
see,
I am
now
not.
on the weekends down here for us, we have tourism. So you have that checkout time at 11
Right.
a.m. But people start heading to the airport at like 9, or maybe going to the
Yes.
port, or wherever the case may be. So you could have a little bit of dead time between 7 and 9. Where, like for me, I live close to the one of the ports, so I might go home real quick, just refresher. If I'm gonna do that, if I'm gonna push through and be like, you know what, I've been, yeah, let me go a little further and go till 12. in the afternoon because that's when it stops. At 12 in the afternoon, everybody's out of their hotel already. They already ordered their Uber. They're already going where they need to go. And then you get that lull. So on the weekends, yeah, you can push through. You can start at 4 in the morning and push through. 4 in the morning, you're getting all the drunks coming out of the clubs, and then
Yes.
your last
Ours start
ride
at
is
2
someone who's happy going to the going
to
on a
work.
port for
Oh,
a
yeah.
week, going on a port for a trip for a week, and maybe if you connect with them, you can get them on the way back when they come home.
Fight Club. Anyways, and just so y'all know, we have a lot of adult entertainment places. Close at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Just
No,
saying.
A
6
lot of
a.m.
after
Vinny,
partying and
6
6
whatnot.
a.m.
a.m.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
All right. So beyond nines, I want everybody here that's still here with us. Listen, I don't know if you guys caught Show Me the Money Club last night. The Rideshare guy. Show
I've
Me
been
the Money
watching it today.
last night's live video.
It
Their
was
live.
really good.
I would, and Steven, if you can we put the link up in the
Yeah, I got you.
chat box?
Yep.
That specific video. Everybody needs to go watch that video, and everybody needs to be where they start showing the brothers, the two
Oh,
brothers.
yes.
You need to go see that because beyond nines, that's going to answer your question, and it's going to answer a whole lot of other questions. It's going to confirm what we already knew. I don't want to say more other than that because Sergio will talk about that when he's on the show next. And I agreed that I would let that ride, but definitely go check out that live stream from last night where they're
Is that
talking
link
about
showing?
the
Okay,
brothers.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I want everybody to do that. All right, let's see. Dave, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Gridwise, Para, Maestro, any others? Sketty, get you Sketty.
Hmm.
Skeddy. Get Sketty. Sketty is a nice app that will do the work for you. Now, it's pay to play, but you're going to get to test it out first. What is it? 10 credits to start?
10 credits, yes.
So that'll max you out at 2 rides. I think it's 5 credits is the max. So listen, go check it. Add Sketty to you will appreciate it later. All right. Let me see what else is going on here. Being a golf fan, Waste Management is absolutely huge tournament with a bunch of rich white dudes. Oh, God. I was
Which
Canceled.
I'll have Lux Black on the entire time.
But hey, he ain't lying though, because we get the big golf tournaments and tennis tournaments down here. And them
Mhm.
golf tournaments, those boys, and those ladies, they come stumbling to the truck, and I got a rule.
Right.
You don't be going to none of them things, man. You don't like going to Miami, Vinny.
There ain't no golf tournaments in Miami, bro. What are you talking
That's
about?
true. That's true. That's true.
So retract your
That's
statement and crawl back under your
Right.
rock.
You said tennis, and there is tennis at Virginia Key and at the Hard Rock.
No, see now see. Okay, we're gonna have a little argument here online, y'all. So get your popcorn ready. Virginia Key does not exist anymore in the tennis world. That used to be the Lipton Open. Tell me about it. I did it 21 years. I'd worked that job. Okay. Now it's only at the Hard Rock Stadium, and I've been there the last 3 years. So crawl back under your rock before I come take your little house. I'm gonna take your house. Don't make me come take your house.
I demand proof of that.
I know where you
Seeing
live.
you pick
Oh,
up,
So
seeing you pick up at the Hard Rock Stadium,
well,
I will
that-
die a happy man if I ever see that.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, but you're right. They're gonna come out drunk. All right. Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up here.
Dave,
Um,
don't if we miss your question, don't feel bad for asking a question a second or third time.
Yeah,
Sometimes
bro. No, we're
lose you
getting
in the
to it.
comments. Yeah.
We're not. Well, I'm reading. I promise, I'm reading every comment. I'm just trying to get through everything here. Stephen,
Yes.
Joe Blaylock says, "Thank you. Been driving a lot of midnight to 5, 6, 7 a.m. Seems like it picks up as I'm heading home to sleep.
Right,
So it picks it
exactly.
up.
I've been in the same situation. I've been trying to work the times as well. So I'm glad to share the information. It's no big deal.
Jay, you know everybody should move around, right? I got to go do some time in Tampa sometime soon. That's where my grandkids are at. So we're gonna go over there and there's gonna be a weekend. I got to go try it, try the outskirts and see what it's like over there.
So,
Definitely go to Austin, try it out, and bring Eddie a generator. Okay.
oh, and please, everybody, if you can hit that thumbs up button, we appreciate you.
Oh, look who's in! Look who showed up! Look who showed up! Kyle's in the house. We Zoom. No way you can do that nowadays, Vinny. Well, I don't know. I was just relaying what Sergio was expressing because he speaks so highly of you. So I was just relaying it. That's all. Uh let's see, it's dead out there. Well, I mean, that's what Brandon was going through in Chicago for what, 2 months, right? He was
Yeah.
going through a box of Kleenex a day, I
Yeah.
believe, on the Discord, right? On the Discord.
Box and
Y'all
a
join
half.
the Discord. All right.
Oh, here, I'll
Pete,
throw up the Discord.
there you go. Yeah, throw up our Discord. You guys are free to join. We're just getting it started. So Brandon's in there a lot. I occasionally poke my head in there. Steven's
I'm
in there a
always in
lot.
there. Yeah.
The PAX rider will see driver may record trip for safety. Yeah, if you register it, if you register your dash cam. Let's see what else we got going on here. WeZoom, because WeZoom's my guy. I can say from my observation, the one with higher acceptance rates gets the lower fare. Well, duh, duh, duh.
Keep my comments to myself.
No, I'm just saying higher accept. Dude, I'm only 52%. Okay, don't make me show my hind parts on this thing tonight, there, Omar. And
I
then
didn't
get
say anything. Are you feeling guilty? I didn't say anything. Steve, did I
no,
say anything? I said I'm keeping my comments to myself.
That might be a Freudian slip. I don't know. I'm not.
yeah, it wasn't no goddamn
Yeah.
Freudian slip. Okay, so yeah, we understand that. Let's see what else we got. Okay, Joe Blaylock, he said, I just signed up for Uber this week. Did have a place that said you can't take or photo or video without rider's consent. Was wondering if you have a dash cam will be a problem. I don't know. That's LA, bro. Right? Joe's out in LA.
In Los
He's got to have
Angeles, I
rider
haven't.
consent to use a dash cam.
I know Uber lets the passenger know. I don't know what the deal is with Lyft, but I haven't received any information saying I couldn't use a dash cam or I needed to report it on Lyft. On Uber, they report it to the person. I'll have to look more into it just to give a concrete
Yeah,
answer
get
instead
back
of
with us.
just
Yeah,
yeah.
get back with us next week on that one. Jesus is in the house. What's up, Jay? Jay's one of our original watchers, man. We love Jay. I hardly see ladies at the waste management. Oh, you gonna see him now, bro? You ain't looking in the right spot. You ain't
Oh,
getting the
the
clients.
You
so and
doing
this
ride
is a big
share?
experiment.
You doing ride share to get ladies? What?
No, stop. This guy. Oh. Wherever there's money, there will be both.
Honey.
Yeah, there'll be sugar mamas and sugar daddies. It's just the way it is. He says mostly golf pros. Yeah, the first couple of days, and then the heavy hitters come out. All right. Oh, there he is, Manny Vasquez. What's going on,
This
brother? How we doing?
um yeah, me going out to this tournament and everything and driving in Arizona is going to be a big experiment. We know that there's some people that have driven from other states and were successfully able to drive in Arizona. So basically, my first thing, I've set myself up for success. I have an Arizona inspection form already, and I've got all the forms I need if I need to transfer it over to Arizona. I've already talked to support. If I had already switched, it would have blocked me from being able to operate here in Los Angeles, so I didn't do it. But at least from what he told me, and I don't know if it's true, we'll see. He told me that the whole process should take me less than 15 minutes. The on the software side, it goes through automatically, but I might need to do the video tests all over again. And which he said it should take no more than 15 minutes, and you'll be good to go once they process the paperwork. That's that. So I'm hoping I
Okay.
can get in there and hit this with get a bunch of Lux Blacks. And I mean, from what Sergio said and from what Jeff was saying, I should be able to get a lot of private rides out there, which would be ideal. That's what I'm banking on. He said to try to go for 3. I'm trying to go 4 or 5K.
You can do it if you hustle, bro. Hustle, hustle,
That's what
hustle.
I'm gonna be doing.
You can set
I'm a 12 hour
grades.
12 hour out.
Yeah, you could
Oh yeah,
set like your goals on a curve. You know, like here's the first goal, the second goal, and then the
Mhm.
third goal. Like the the real reaching for that
Yeah.
yeah. But
that
I mean,
the
if you're gonna drive out of town to go
Mhm.
work, like when I used to travel, when I was in the trade show industry, when I used to travel, I took every single hour I could get. every time, every day, all night, didn't matter. If we're going 24 hours on that shift, I'm going 24 hours. You're out of town, bro. You gotta go for it. There's no there's no taking warm showers on a cold beach through the Grand Canyon, bro. You going to work. Weezum. So I asked Uber support what I need to be able to drive an AZ, and apparently it takes new background check, vehicle inspections, and 2 weeks time to get approved.
So
That's
then,
usually what everybody says. But dude, when I upload my vehicle registration insurance, I'm done in like an hour. All right, I'm telling you, they're going to be hurting for drivers. Sergio was on a news piece. I don't know if you guys saw that. He was on a news piece with one of the news stations out there, and Uber and Lyft are expecting they're going to be in heavy, heavy demand, and they're not going to be able to satisfy the need. So I don't know, Kyle. I mean, it is what it is, brother. You
I'm
know.
not even, yeah, I'm not even banking on Uber being available for me. I'm going to be relying on private rides and Lyft because it seems like they're going to be able to register me quickly.
No sleep.
Uh,
Team no sleep.
by the way, BT said it. Delray tennis. I do Delray tennis. I'm just
Of
letting
course
you
you
know,
do.
Omar.
Of course you
Okay, I'm
do.
just
Don't.
letting you know.
And I'm not going to respond to that because we'll get canceled if I say what I want to say.
You gonna get canceled, and then I'm gonna come around there and I know where you live, bro. Just like you know where I live, I know where you live, bro. And I know there's some railroad tracks across the street. I can just hide behind the railroad tracks and toss them. Anyway,
Speaking
um,
of know where I live, do you still have that video card, or did you give it to homeboy?
no, this video card is going to Steven.
Okay, he better hurry up because I might outbid him.
No, you're not gonna outbeat him. I told him I'm
See,
gonna get.
Vinny is a man of principle. There you,
I
there
am.
you go.
So don't get on the wrong side of that principle, bro. Anyway, is there any way for a quick recap in which instances is good to use what app for additional assistance? Or if more drivers use apps like Para Maestro Grid, how that affects other drivers? Oof. Wow. That's a whole that I tell you what, Dave, next week we're gonna get into that. We'll get into that next week because
Anyway,
Oh,
that
I
is
was
a
ready
whole
to
that
go
story.
too.
is-
Yeah, I know, but it's already
uh,
11:07, bro. We're on 2 hours already. Okay, I want to get through that.
for additional
Um,
assistance.
let's see.
I'm gonna
Don't
screenshot.
uh,
I'll make
you
that into
see,
a video.
make that into a video, bro. You should.
Hmm.
You should because you're really really aware of how those apps work and how they work as far as affecting other drivers. I was on the thought process of it's cheating, but now that I'm cheating, I can't help other drivers if they don't want to cheat. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Hmm.
Because I got another ride tomorrow for another $80, taking my ass right back up to the Lucid dealership out of Parkland. So
Oh, nice.
I like going to sleep at night knowing I already have $80
Yes.
in the bank.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, let's see what else
Wait
is going
until
on.
things start speeding up again.
Yeah, right.
Uh,
Oh God.
we're,
Oh my God. Beyond nines, I can't say that. I can't say that.
oh, what did he say? Now I gotta look at the chat.
I can't. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm going through.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. We're not posting that. We are not.
Yeah, that's why.
We
You know
agree.
what? That comment
We
is why.
agree.
That comment is why I was gonna say to Steven, I was gonna say this offline. Just be aware
Don't
of
say
when
it
you're
now.
online.
Don't say it
Be
now.
aware of when you're online.
Don't
That's
say
all.
it now. Don't say it now. Don't do it, bro. Bro. I'm a Ricky Bobby your ass. Okay. All right.
That's at WeZoom.
Vinny.
That's what I'm gonna do. I bought the Uber bed. I mean, I'm the Uber bed. I bought the Tesla. The Tesla
Got him.
bed. Yeah, I bought the Tesla mattress. So yeah, not putting stickers on the car.
No,
Yeah.
that's because WeZoom's saying, look, just put the Uber and Lyft stickers in the window and take your money. Get your
No.
money. Work the family and friends.
Right.
And then Jay's like, I don't know about all that, but I got to put
Mhm.
this up. I'm tempted to sleep in my Tesla,
That's what
bro.
I'm gonna be doing.
Kyle, if you do that, WeZoom, you better vlog that mess every day too.
That's why I'm doing it.
That
I
video would blow up. Are you kidding me? Yeah.
yeah.
Have you seen all the car life videos in the Teslas? You know what Kiara and Bria and them are into? Bro, the Tesla videos are the highest rated, most watched videos on YouTube when it comes to car life. It's craziness.
Yeah. See,
Craziness.
we Zoom. Like at first I wasn't really sure how the plan was all going to come together, and then over this last couple of weeks, I was going to go based off of how if everybody was coming, renting out a house, and the actually my dad found a place that was only going to cost us like $300. So it was going to be $100 a night for each of us, and we can easily knock that out like in our first hour or so.
What's the queue,
but
Vinny?
but since that's not an option, it's like, okay, I'll go back to the rent or the night stays are super expensive. I was willing to go like half an hour out of the area in order to find a really cheap place because it doesn't matter to me. But what I'm probably going to end up doing, because I have the Tesla, go to the charging station, stay parked at one of those spots, and that'll be my spot. I got my laptop ready to go. I'm gonna go to Verizon tomorrow. This is also part of my process. I got the little cube, Vinny, the to charge credit cards and everything.
There you
So
go.
yeah, mine.
There you
I
go.
went and picked it up last night. I got my laptop. So I'm gonna go to Verizon and start a business plan. Hopefully, get my unlimited internet with the hotspot and be
Mhm.
able to
Do your
go
thing,
live. Even if I can't go live from my phone, I'll be able to go live from the laptop. But
right?
yeah,
Um, so beyond nines, are you guys expecting every day in Arizona like New Year's type of day money or even more? I would think, knowing how these big events work, it's really going to depend on how many cars are available to drive. But I would say it's going to be a gradual build up. It'll be
yes.
the first couple of days might not be crazy, still decent money. But as you get closer and closer and closer to that event, your money should pick up. Your
What
money
what
should
I'm
pick up.
looking
What's
what I'm
what's the
looking at them.
size? What's the size of Arizona from one side to the other side, from like Glendale to Scottsdale to like, because that's gonna be your area. You're in the middle of the desert. That's what I'm saying, like that's gonna be where you're
I
working.
don't think
I
all
have no
those
idea.
cities will be popping. Yeah. But we'll see. But the way
No, they
I
might
I
be. The later that people wait for to get into something, the further away
right.
their Airbnb is gonna be.
Well, so
100%.
the way I'm looking at it is all the people that come in just to party the entire week and weekend before the Super Bowl and everything. That's what I'm going to be milking. And so I'm
Well,
looking at
also,
it as more so being like multiple, like a week long weekend. People are going to be going to clubs. People are going to want to be shopping, all kinds of stuff. And so that's what I'm looking to take advantage of and into the week and then right onto the weekend, get as much as I possibly can.
I would think though. Remember now, keep in mind, you don't always want to be in that congested area and in that traffic.
True. Yes.
Right,
Sometimes, if
right,
the crowd is going that way, you might
You-
want to go the other way,
You're right.
right.
right? And so that's just a little piece of advice to remember. Uh,
Mhm.
Jesus is out there. He says New Year's Friday and Saturday, Sunday, like double New Year's. Yeah, Sundays. Yeah, absolutely. We've had Super
Yeah.
Bowls here.
Mhm.
Omar's done. We've had what now? I think we've done 2 or 3 Super Bowls since we've been driving, and every one of them's always good, bro. Like you make
Um,
some, and I ain't even talking about.
Not
Oh,
just the event though.
no, I
RW,
always do.
thank you.
I do a lot of private. I do a lot of private work.
Stay
Yeah, it's
safe
not just
out
the
there,
event.
RW.
Like any event like the Super Bowl. It's not the event. It's a week or so
Everything else
before it.
around it, right?
Oh yeah,
Hey,
and then the
Jason, when
parties
you
after
can
it, and
thank you.
then the
All
airport
right,
rides
Butler.
after it. And not just that too. Then you have what I call the victim of circumstance. The
Right.
normal person that gets up every day from, and let's say in our area, from like a Deerfield Beach or from like a Midtown Miami, and goes to the airport, and they're normally paying whatever their ride costs, $20 to $40, something like that, and they're like now their price is 3x. What's going on? Victim of circumstance. There's a big ass event and everybody's here, all
That's
going
right.
home at the same time, and you just
That's
happen
right.
to be. Yeah. Oh man, I should have
So,
left
yep.
tomorrow.
So
Yep. Or I should have left
so shut up,
yesterday.
get
Yep.
in the car, let's go. Shut up, get in the car, let's
Yep.
go.
Stop. I don't want to
Leave.
hear about
You're
it.
like, we're out of
Why is
here.
the price so high? I don't know. Get in.
Yeah, I don't know. Get it. Let's go.
I'm not getting paid the high price. Trust me, you're getting paid. You're charging, but I ain't getting paid it. The
Yeah.
hell. All right. Butler, we'll talk to you,
And,
brother.
and
Imagine if you guys
anyone
get along
that's
with
gonna be in
listening to all
Arizona, feel free to hit my email, Unbroken Driver. I'm willing to meet up with any of the drivers that are gonna be out there from when
yeah,
we're not
and make
busy.
sure you subscribe to the Unbroken Driver, Uber Jeep AZ, follow Keys Tracks, the Driving in Style. Who am I missing here? The Chicago Lux Driver. Who else am I missing? I'm missing somebody here. The team. Whom I think I got everybody in there.
I'm on
Did you get?
Instagram. Same thing. Drive by O.
Mhm.
I've been posting more on Instagram lately.
Instagram. That's for
Yeah.
kids. That's for kids, bro.
Mm,
Get your YouTube channel going.
It
Let's go.
connects.
Quit playing games. Let's go. All right.
You
Yup.
got
Hey,
Ronnie's?
Steven. Oh,
Yeah.
Ronnie Speed TV. Don't forget
Oh, no, sorry, not right. I bet.
the rideshare culture also
There you go. There
on
you
at
go.
the rideshare culture.
There you go.
Listen, hey, Steven, you think you and I, well, I know I got NASA Control Center here, and I know you got a really healthy setup there.
Yeah.
But this guy, this guy, this guy's got, how can I, let me say this the right way. He is Steven Spielberg. What's that movie? IMAX. Homeboy's got, he's got a video wall over there now. It's too much resolution for them damn glasses he wears. Trust me. You better get him some.
It's
You better get him some goddamn blue
Some
blockers.
it's not
bifocal.
and it's
some
not and it's
bifocal.
not and it's not enough right now. Let me tell you.
All right. So now Richie Hustle
Richie.
says. Richie Hustle says, IG will get you seen, YouTube will get you paid, and Richie
TikTok
Hustle
same.
knows.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, I ain't messing with TikTok.
I
Nah,
know you're not doing
No.
TikTok. I'm
I
just
ain't
saying,
No.
you want to
No.
get seen, TikTok, you get seen.
Nah, it's too many. Nah, for all those views, and people ain't making no money, bro. I ain't got no love for that. What else we got going on tonight? Steven, you are not camping at Jeff's house.
Well, I don't want to impose on anybody. So, if he offers, cool. But I'm not the type to impose on people. I try to make my own plans to make sure that, because sometimes people want to do their own thing. They want to walk around in the draws.
Right,
I believe in not imposing.
Comfortable.
Yeah,
yeah,
you
very
know, he's gonna be
calm.
working. He's gonna be hustling too, and maybe he wants to sleep in. Maybe I decide I want to get up. So if
By the
he
way,
has a spot for me, cool. If not, hey, I already have plans set up, and I'm good to go.
Omar, Richie sent you a message. Richie sent you a message. He called you a baby, a little baby.
He
Oh,
let, I'm gonna. I know what.
oh.
I'm just gonna let that one
Yes,
slide because if we get
there you
into it,
go.
Vinny, you know.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
don't expect to
it
make
ain't
any
gonna happen.
revenue, Richie. I definitely don't expect to
Listen,
make revenue there. I just want to
anybody,
be
any
seen and have them come over to my YouTube.
anybody who is looking to get into the YouTube game and you really want to learn how this YouTube game works, go to Richie Hustle's YouTube page. Steven, can we throw his page up
Oh
if you
yeah,
don't mind, sir?
got
Let's
it.
throw his page up. Steven is my guy, bro. He's a master at this stuff. He's good at it. If you have a Planet Fitness membership, that would work. That would be clutch.
I have a
That's what
planet. I
Kiara
have a
does.
Planet Fitness. I have a Planet Fitness Black membership. That's what I'm going to use to clean up. Yep,
Yep,
I already
yep.
got it planned.
Kiara, while charging the other night, there was a Tesla parked in one stall, windows all covered in dark cloth tarp on the outside. Maybe an
So
LA
yes, I
Travel.
was going to buy those. I was looking at
Are
a
you?
couple of.
Did you see the pictures Kiara sent in the text group the other day?
Yes, she sent some today, showing some of the stuff she's setting up. She's got,
Yeah, bro.
but with there, I for less than
It's
a
a curtain
hundred
rod.
bucks, I can get the inserts on my windows for the Tesla, and
Uh huh.
yeah. So I
Oh,
can,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
All right. Here's Richie Hustle's YouTube page. Y'all go check him out. All our people, man. Listen, we're trying to bring good positive energy here. I'm missing Jeff though. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm
Yeah,
missing Jeff. I'm missing Jeff. I know he's out there making that money. I'm missing Kiara. I know she's out there celebrating her birthday. I'm not singing it again. You better go watch the first 5 minutes. If anybody wants to hear me break their speakers or headphones, go watch the first 5 minutes on the replay because I sent Kiara a happy birthday.
I'm
Uh,
sure you guys have an answer for this question. I see the chat here.
which one? Can you act like you're charging your Tesla, but go to sleep? Um,
So, no. So for most of the charge stations that I have been to, there is no like guard or anything there. There are some that do have guards, but not the ones that I've gone to. So you could do that. The problem is, especially with so many people coming into Arizona, we don't know how many people will either be doing the same thing or will be coming to charge. And if they see that there's no charger attached, first off, if you keep the charger attached to your car, you get charged per minute, you get charged $1.
Oh,
So if you want to play
once
around
it's
with that,
charged, it's
somebody told
charged.
me they once left their car sitting past their charge time for like an hour and something. They forgive the first time. So the whole time I've been driving Tesla, it never happened to me. As soon as I bought my Tesla, I burned that in the first week over like a couple of
Wow.
minutes. Yeah. So
Wow.
it was so painful. So yeah, first off, don't fall asleep and leave the charger attached because you will get that bill. It's no joke.
Wow.
And
What's
then
the what's the alert system? Is there something that tells you you're charged and ready to go? Like, or is there a
so you
way?
get a couple of messages on your phone, text message, your car says it on the screen. It doesn't set off an alarm or anything to let you know, but it gives you a message, and on your phone it'll say your charging's almost complete. Then it'll give you a message saying charging complete. You want to move before 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, you start getting charged per minute.
I might, so for me, because I sometimes can be a heavy sleeper, I might set up like a loud
Right.
notification setting or something
So
like that on the phone.
So one of the best things you can do is set up an alarm. It tells you how long it's going to take to charge. So let's say it says 30 minutes, do 25. It's unbroken driver is my email. Unbrokendriver at gmail.com.
I did not know that, so I just learned something there. Wow, they charge you for
They will charge you.
wow
Yes.
free
So
money right there, man. Free money. Wow,
yeah,
this is
100%.
wow,
And the question is
wow,
whether or not that goes to Tesla or that goes to the people that actually own the lot.
wow.
See,
I
I'm
don't.
But
helping you.
See, I don't know. You know what? And this is not a conversation to have right now. So it's another topic that we can bookmark talk about another time. I'm starting to think now. Does this de-incentivize people to hang out there? Because
well,
I think
so
that's what it's supposed to be, right? It's supposed to be don't hang out here because there's a limited amount of chargers. But
right.
Unplug the charger.
But usually, yes, you can do that. But if somebody walks by or there is security or something and they see your car's not plugged in, well, what are you doing here? This isn't the
hmm.
spot to sleep.
Yeah,
You're
but
blocking other people from being able to charge.
okay.
They can
So,
tow you, you know.
all right. So
Yeah.
wait. So charge your car
Mm-hmm.
and go to the nearest rest area off a highway.
Mm-hmm.
Pull in there where security is actually going to look out for you instead of harass you.
Yeah.
Crash out for a couple hours, then do your thing, bro.
Well, so this is what I was gonna say. So like the charging stations over here are usually in some kind of parking lot, and a lot of the times you'll see other Teslas parked in the spaces around the charging station. So you can just pull off to another space where there's no charger, and you'll be fine.
You see what Jesus is saying? Saying $60 an hour. That's $480 for 8 hours. That's cheaper than a hotel night.
Good point. Good point.
$60 an hour is for the hotel motel. Hey, I need a room real quick.
I had to. That's funny.
That is really
Uh,
good. I didn't even think about
Not
it.
that I want to know how Richie knows this, but Walmart does not mind if you stay in the parking lot.
So
I don't
this
know
is
how
fake
he
news.
knows
This is fake
Yeah.
news. And you're
Yeah.
right, Vinny. I don't want to know how he knows that, but it's also fake news from like the 1950s. But we're not gonna.
And I
Hey,
would feel
oh,
bad for
Kiara's still
blocking the
here.
charger. Go ahead.
Kiara. Now we know she knows.
Mhm.
Sleep in the hotel parking lot. in the
Right.
spacious.
Boom. Right. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's my
charge up.
fallback. My fallback is instead of the what Vinny said, if the sign says 50 miles for the next rest stop, and you're down to like you're falling asleep already. First exit, first hotel, knock out in there. They ain't gonna bug you.
Yeah, 100%. The only reason I wouldn't want to stay in the charging stations themselves is I wouldn't want to block a charger for somebody because that sucks when you pull up and all the chargers are filled.
Yeah.
Oh, such a community, the Tesla owners. They're like the little Mini Cooper communities. Oh, no, but I hear you, bro. I hear you. Listen, if you guys don't know about Kiara is into the car life. That's her
I
deal.
got you.
And listen, she's got so many gems that she drops, and this is why we miss her so much on the show. But we understand she's doing her thing. She's getting a groove on. I hope the birthday
Also,
cake is good.
when you go to the hotel motel, like I like to carry a little cooler with me, free ice.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, so here's Kiara's channel. Y'all check her out. Check her out. Check her out. All right. So anyway, we are, bro. It's 11:24. I was so worried before we started the podcast tonight because it was just Brandon and I. Right? It was just Brandon and I was like, okay, I haven't heard from Steven. I know Jeff's out working. He says he's going to be working on Wednesday nights a little bit, so I get it. Kiera was like, "Oh man, I got a birthday party thing tonight," which I get, I understand. And I'm looking, what in the hell are Brandon and I going to talk about for two? I was already looking at like an hour and a half. Like, how are we going to? And then Omar shows up. He said he was willing to come in the stream tonight. I was like, cool. Steven came in, so I just want to appreciate, and of course, everybody out there that joined us tonight. We love you. We thank you. We appreciate you. We hope we're helping some of y'all. We try to keep it honest and real at all times. We are not playing games here. We're not politically correct, but you know what? We're not assholes either. So
I would like that
with
Continental.
that, with that, all right, Mr. Kyle, appreciate you, brother. I'm gonna throw up these last few comments. Steven, you want to go
Yeah.
right? You want to start off our parting tips for the night?
Hmm.
She
When you
said,
want to
"Well,
do,
wait, wait, wait,
go
wait,
ahead.
wait, 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 wait. Yes, and feel free to walk in and get your continental breakfast." Omar, do you walk in and get your continental breakfast after sleeping in the parking lot?
Did you just see what I posted? Look what I just posted.
100%. 100%.
Look at this guy. I pick up private rides at hotels with free breakfast, and if I get there early and pick up, you know what, y'all, boy, y'all something else. Y'all something else, boy. Y'all some
Richie.
gangsters. Uh, oh my God. Okay, all right. Let's. All right, I need the tip, Steven. I need the tip.
All right. So this
Vinny
is
needs a tip.
reiterated in my what pause. Anyway, so for this has been proven to me more and more, especially since I've been setting up for this upcoming week of driving. Take down have a notepad for when you're planning on doing something, especially if you're going somewhere and you're going to be working and everything. Have a notepad, write down all the things that you think you're going to need, and think about the stuff that what you're actually going to be doing wherever you're going. So you can say, oh, yeah, you know what? I might need lighting for my camera. Oh, you know what? Where am I going to eat? Okay. What's my sleeping situation going to be? What's my fuel situation? Yeah. Um, what's my charging situation? I'm not talking about car, but like, I don't, I don't have one around me, but I have like 3 of these battery packs that have regular plugs on them, so I can keep my DSLR running, for hours off of that, or my laptop, you know. Yeah, so you have one of those little battery. I have one of the big old battery banks, but I've got them scattered around the place. So things like that, list those things down and then make sure you check them off, because I thought I had some of that stuff ready when I went camping, and I've left like my whole sleeping bag or this or that. I bring the tent and everything else, missing a sleeping bag. So write those things down and make sure you check them off so you're ready to go and you have what you need for your plans all set, but you also know all the material you need is with you.
That's it. That's it. All right. God,
Oh,
listen. I want to apologize to the audience in advance because I am going. There's that whiteboard. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I got mine too. I got mine too.
yeah.
All right.
Don't know. You
Like I
find
said,
out.
I started to apologize, so I want to apologize in advance because I have no idea what's going to come out of Omar's mouth. Omar, one tip without writing a novel for everybody watching. One tip.
So, I'll follow along with the theme that we have going here about preparation, like what Steve's talking about, right? So, like in my truck, I have an impact wrench. Um, that will
Oh,
save
yes.
that is the greatest thing I've ever bought. It is saving lives. It is saving years of my back, shoulders, and wrists in case of an emergency. Um, to what he's saying, right? So we're in February. We got March coming up, spring break for us down here. Have a plan. What's going to change? I might have to adjust my hours now. So get to know your area, and as things keep changing, now we have this upfront pricing. I don't know if upfront pricing is everywhere, right? It's not in every market.
It's not
There's some
everywhere,
markets,
but in most places.
But
Yeah.
it's in most
yeah,
places, right?
yeah. So yeah, just you experiment with things. Like what we were talking about today. We have a lot of us have high cancellations because we're trying to figure something out. We're trying to figure out how to maximize our earnings and work smarter, not harder. So yeah, get to know your area. If you're new to this, if you know it already, and you're doing something new, like what Steven said, you're going to go to a new area, research it ahead of time, because there might be something special also with the waste management and the Super Bowl. There might just be something else going on in Arizona that you're not aware
Yep.
about. Just a normal thing that takes place in February, March. So wherever you are, know your area, have a plan. Adapt, improvise, overcome.
I God damn it. You know what? I don't have an applause button here. I don't. But I have a shock button. Because he came through. He came through. Steven, check out my notes that I just sent. Check out the private message I just sent you. Listen, yeah, my tip is going to be the same as every week. Subscribe to everybody in the team. Everybody in the team. Link will be down below. If you don't have a dash cam, go check out one of my videos. There's a link in there. We're just trying to help. That's it. I'm going to tell you, I am doing something this week that I have not done. Hold on, bro, but it's not for you. It's not for you.
It is for me. That's
Oh
exactly
my
the point.
god. Okay, all right. No worries. No worries. Anyway, damn it. What I'm doing this week is I'm working without strategy. The only strategy I have, get the ride that meets my standard, and wherever it takes me, stop and wait.
Mhm.
Unless I have an area that's hot. If it's really hot, I'm going back and getting the next one. But other than that, try different strategies, different things. Everything you think you knew about ride sharing a year ago has completely changed. Everything has changed. There's no anybody who gets on YouTube and tells you that their strategy is guaranteed to work. They're full of it. They're full of just they're full of it. So that's my tip of the week. Just keep learning your market, man. Just keep learning your market. That's all I can say. We thank everybody for the comments out there. Keep grinding. If your area is slow, grind it out. Work a little more. But know your worth. Delete the trash. Delete the garbage. Teach the
Decline garbage.
algorithm how to treat you. And I call it train the trainer. And it works. I know it works because while all y'all veterans was out there getting banged out with Uber, what was it? Uber pool originally, right? The Uber pool rides. I wasn't. That shit lasted about 2 months with me, and they never sent me another one again. And that's when I was driving X because I taught the algorithm how to treat me. And everybody down here knows that's what happened. So, anyway, all right, we're out of here. We're going to cut this one now, and we will talk to y'all next week. Y'all
Give
stay
us those
safe.
thumbs up before you go. Before you go,
Yeah,
appreciate you.
hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe buttons to everybody. You know the details. All
Yeah.
right.